Sunday Dinner, episode 62. We're live and direct from Villain Radio 3.0. Got me and my co-host, my co-creator, my brother, Mr. Syndrome True Show.
What's fucking goody?
Hey, you know how we do live and direct every Sunday night around 7 o'clock Central Standard Time.
That's crazy. So we still got to put that. We got to put that on the billboard now. 7-ish.
7-ish. Shout out to Skurlock. He liked the new intro. Yes, thank you. I might be bringing Skurlock on to be a co-host since we have trouble with people being here on time every week. We've entered the summer phase here in Gary. Sun's out, guns out. For all your tattoo needs, hit up Mob Inc. He'll get you right. We're gonna get it. Sorry, I almost died. We're about to get into it. First lady of Sunday Dinner, the one, the only, Miss Bianca Tate.
Poppin'. What's good?
Hey man, the sound effects sound so good in these headphones right now.
Don't they? Yeah.
I might be a little high though. It might be the Bobby Backwoods drink.
Wow.
Rome didn't have no alcohol this week, so he got the Bobby Backwoods watermelon joint. These are
really good.
Excellent.
6, 7. These are almost 8 months old, and they're still fire. They have a shelf life up to 18 months. Hit me up now. I got a few. $30. 800 milligrams of THC per 1 ounce drink. There's 8 ounces in there. Do the math. That's 6,400 milligrams of THC. We're going to be doing for you guys that watch this show for a while and all the shows that we do. A couple years ago, we did a hot chip challenge. We're going to be doing that again with the hot ones challenge with the wings, and maybe a Bobby Backwoods challenge where I'll sit a couple people down, have them down 2 bottles of it, and see what happens. Let's round out this week's panel. We got the one and only DJ Parlay, even though he don't give us no motherfucking parlays. Money Mode. Let's go. Hey, this is the guy that says, I'm going to save all the parlays for the NBA playoffs. We got Game 7 in Eastern Conference Finals. The Warriors already punched their ticket to the finals, and we had not one motherfucking playoff parlay.
Damn, we didn't? That's crazy.
Wow.
Shit.
Hey, what you got in your cup this week?
No, man, just some beer, man. I'm keeping it light this week, man. We don't really do too much liquor nowadays.
What kind of beer are you drinking, man? Got a little Modelo, a little Corona.
MGD.
Okay.
He's like, fuck it. I'm from Detroit.
How old are you?
36.
Nah.
What does that mean?
I know. What was? I don't like the. What was that all about?
I associate beers with ages.
I mean, Miniga first she was mad because I was on Connecticut.
I feel some type of way. I'm 42, so she's gonna be like, ew.
You don't drink beer though.
No, but I thought it was an age-related thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, right.
Yeah.
She's mad on my side of Gary. That's all.
Episode 42. The beginning of the show is going to be a little different than you're used to. After we get through our week, we're going to hit some real shit. But until then, let's get this shit going. You know how we do it. Bianca, how was your week?
Busy week.
You say Disney?
Busy.
Oh, I thought you said Disney. I was like,
no.
Did you go to Disney and you were really had a lot of stuff to do there?
No. I wish. No, but I had a busy week.
How come you ain't got no white dudes on the panel? Well, we got to find one first. That's my uncle, by the way. Hey, shout out to Uncle Reno.
We do have a white panel, just not tonight.
Yeah, Indy's not here tonight. Shout out to my Uncle Reno. Thanks for watching. He got banned from Bravado from using a VPN.
Wow.
But not to interrupt you, Bianca. How was your week?
Busy week. Cleaned out my mother's home. Got some of her big things to my grandmother's home. The kids are out of school for the summer. Well, at least until July because they're going to summer school. They have to go to summer school. I want them to go. Leave me alone. So I have set up their summer where they are at day camp from 9 to 5 a few weeks. Then we're going to go on vacation. Then they're going back to day camp. My oldest is going to basketball camp. So trying to fill their summer with things to do. Shout out to Mr. King. Saw him today on some business stuff. So shout out to him.
Shout out to Scooter.
Did the show on Saturday behind the velvet rope on WDAV, thevilleradio.com, and now I'm here on Sunday night.
Did you I'm gonna get a little personal here because I don't care. Did your mom own her house?
No, she didn't. Okay. So in a way, what I'm saying, that's very cool. Called this.
That's gonna be my next question. Like, what are you gonna move in there? Are you gonna sell it or?
No, but no. Since I don't have to worry about that. Shout out to GWJ Junk Removal. They cleared her entire house. Did an awesome job in about 4 hours. So that was wonderful. So shout out to them. Also, let me tell y'all, there was a SWAT team in my complex. You know what I'm saying?
Where you live now?
Yes.
Oh, it was some fentanyl or something involved because
listen,
I don't want to say the city where you live, but you live in a predominantly white city.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So much so that I'm not even coming to your house.
I'll go out there.
I know you.
But thank you. But no, it was a big old thing. I heard people banging on the door.
Yeah.
But I knew it wasn't for me, so I didn't answer it. So come to find out, they were surrounded the building. They went to everyone's apartment and said, hey, you might want to go somewhere for the night. But it was like 1 a.m. from the stories that I'm hearing. And what's so crazy, I asked the person what it was about, right? Like, what happened? She didn't tell me. But look, she tell everybody else's business. You know what I'm saying? So I just find it odd. You know what I'm saying? But I found, piece the story together. He wouldn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm ready to move.
Now, if you wanted to, could you just take over your mom's lease?
I don't want to. Want to. No. I like it here. I really do. The kids love it. My oldest is, a reverse Oreo kind of. You know what I'm saying? So he loves it here. So I was not going back. Reverse Oreo kind of. And I don't care. I love him just the same.
Yeah, well, I would hope so.
He scares me. No, I told him before we moved, my grandmother, she was like, well, tell him what type of environment he's going to go into. So I said, hey, honey, we're about to move and your school is going to be totally different from the predominantly Black school that you went to. And he was like, what do you mean? I was just like, well, there's going to be more white kids. And he was like, yes. So he loves it here.
Wow.
So there you go.
Not even Home Alone fist pump.
Seriously, he was happy. He was happy. I don't know what that says, but they love it here, and I wasn't moving back. So.
I mean, he liked diversity.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Well, here's another thing. But at his old school, he said he got bullied a lot. Now, whether that was like talked about or picked on, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the level of bullying. It's totally different from when I came up. So, he could be totally thrown off by that. So.
Okay. That's makes sense.
That makes
sense.
Yeah.
Bose.
That's it.
Yo. What's the deal?
How was your week? I look at Mo's got a little beard going, little chin strap beard going over there.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Ooh.
He's like, the ladies are starting to love me because I'm on TV every week.
Every now and then,
His skin
every other week, let you tell it. Every other week, let you tell it.
lotion on his face, man. You look good, man.
He moisturized.
Yeah, he moisturized. You know what I'm saying? Hit that little shiner. Put the toner on his skin.
Be moisturized.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
So how was your week?
Shit, man. Nice weekend. Just chilled out. Went to the city for a little bit the other day. Got some fresh air. Nothing crazy though. They got that little electric fest going on downtown.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little crazy out there, but just staying out the way per usual. What we got left?
We got to bring the hard alcohol back for you, bro.
Well, for me, the hard liquor.
Yeah, you're much more entertaining off the hand.
This ain't no fucking monkey in no zoo. This is fucking circus.
No, because we don't got you in a cage.
No, man.
So no fun stuff. No debauchery.
No, man, I'm chill, man. I'm gonna stay out the way, like you said. Mindset.
How the ladies treating you?
The ladies treat me good, man. A1, everything's great, bro. So I'm just chilling, man.
Okay.
A lot of that going on this weekend. What kids got? What, another couple days of school's out, so it's gonna be a lot more family time coming around the corner. So just get ready for the summer.
Okay.
Shit, you know what did happen? My neighbor gave me a boat. Let's talk about that.
Wait, just gave you a boat.
Hell yeah.
Why you ain't lead with that,
Bro,
man? Damn.
like- He's like,
What's
oh
up?
wait, my neighbor gave me a boat.
Right.
Bro, one neighbor got chickens, another neighbor got a pig, and I ain't got no eggs or bacon on my porch. And your motherfucking neighbor give you a boat?
What kind of boat is it?
Man, I don't know all the details. I just know I'm about to go over there and put that bitch in my backyard tomorrow. So, I don't even know if it'll float. You know that bitch.
Well,
it looked nice though. From where I'm sitting, it's already on a trailer and everything. So all I gotta do is just pull it over here.
he giving you the trailer too?
Everything. He said just come get it. So I'm like, shit.
Me and Ro might have to come up there then. You got a boat.
Do it together.
We could go close enough to shore where we got internet and we could do it live from the boat.
No, it ain't no
from the boat.
2022 Yamaha. It's just a nice little fishing boat, but it got windows on it in the front.
Is it okay?
But you know, if you got windows on the front, it's big enough. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh.
Does it got a little inside cabin?
Nothing crazy down there. No raised boom.
Just
boom,
just
boom,
enough for. Got a bathroom?
Nah, man. You got come on, man.
Hey,
this ain't no yacht.
Hey,
ride on a yacht.
I know if it had a motor on the back of it. You know what I'm saying?
Because even like
you know.
Even like 20-foot boats
boat.
have fucking got a little shitter in it.
Yeah.
Have you ever shit on a boat before?
Yeah.
I shit on a boat.
Nah, my
a lot
neighbor.
harder than shitting on an airplane because you're more confined.
Yeah.
I shit twice on a boat. The
My
first
neighbor-
boat, it was kind of like there was no space. Like
Right.
just to reach down to get the toilet paper, I'm
Yeah,
elbowing the
your
wall
body.
and shit. Yeah. So, the three times. The second time I did a show back in the early 2000s called Live with the Whack Pack. If you listen to Howard Stern, you know who the Whack Pack is. It's a group of his fucking ragtag raider guests like Beetlejuice, the little Beetlejuice dude, High Pitch Eric, rest in peace, who since died. Miss Howard Stern, this white bitch that won like a beauty contest that Howard Stern had. So we took 6 of these people and we put them in a house in Henderson, in Nevada. We put a bunch of fucking webcams around and we broadcast live for 3 weeks. So we also had a houseboat, a 3-story houseboat on Lake Mead that sponsored us. And so we did like 3 days live from there.
From the boat.
You know, we wired it up and shit like this. And this is back in the early 2000s when like there wasn't Wi-Fi like that. Like we're literally docked. We couldn't go because we had a T1 line ran from the a bar / bait shop type place at Lake Mead to the boat. And then we had everything wired up. But it was a houseboat, so I had a regular bathroom.
Yeah.
You know, the third boat that I shit on, you just went underneath into the cabin and it was just an open space. So right in the middle at the end was a little toilet. Just looked like a bucket. It was a compost toilet. Bro. So there's no way to lock the door. So you don't know you trying to shit, but you got that anxiety that somebody come walk down the little stairs at any time. And then you got the bitches dancing on top of you. So you hear their feet and you're like, every time you hear the foot, you're like trying to duck. But yeah, that's just, I don't know. See, you never know what we're going to talk about on this show.
That's
So-
crazy. You remember the 3 times that you shit on a
Bro,
boat.
I remember fucking everything.
That's crazy.
I remember everything. So Mo's got a fucking boat.
Oh,
That's
boat.
crazy. Well, Mo's got a boat and not good internet. So that was crazy. But it leads us into Rome. How was your week? Rome
Man.
got a good week. Like he got a lot of shit to talk about.
I don't know if it was a good week. It was.
Well, it's a good week to us that you have a lot of shit to entertain the viewers with.
Man, so after Sunday, I got drunk that night. I forget where I went.
Where?
Joe's. I think we went to Joe's Sunday night. I got drunk and called off of work on Monday.
Oh shit.
Mm-mm.
He's like, I just got promoted. I'm gonna call off.
Yeah, we was out for a minute. I was out to like 2. I didn't wake up on time. I was like, so that was that. Where did we go? On Thursday, we went to Playos. Me and Cliff been out. We've been out. No, we didn't go to Playos. We went back to Joe's. And but before that, we stopped at Bruce's house. Bruce got a dope ass tattoo. You saw that?
I see the picture.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit was
it looked
fire.
dope from the picture. So I imagine what it looked like in real
Bruce
life.
Said he just told Buddy to do what he do. You know what I'm saying? I guess he gave him a couple designs to pick from. He didn't know what he was getting. Couldn't really see it. You know what I'm saying? But it turned out dope as hell. Then we went to Joe's. But this weekend, man, shout out to Keish and the team. Indianapolis is an interesting place.
I mean, I've never been a
How
fan.
so wrong?
Well, I'll say this: it just hasn't treated us as kind as we would like it to. So, you know, last week we get scammed out of the money. So we come back, we go back to Bar 79. Shout out to everybody that was up there. Much love. The bartenders, the security, you know what I'm saying? The DJs, DJ Ty did that. It was a good time. But so before that, we go to the hotel. Our rooms aren't ready. They've already taken Troch's money. So the rooms are supposed to be reserved. 2 of them. When we get there, the room isn't ready. So they give us a room to change in.
Not to cut you off. Shout out to Banna. He's watching off Indy's page, and Indy's shit don't go public, so we can't see your comments. I was just looking at his page. But if you go to Bianca, my page, or Rome's page, the Sunday dinner page, the YouTube page, or the Villain Radio Network page, you could watch from there also, and we'll be able to see your comments and shit.
You see who it is. But yeah, so they give us a room to change in. We change, go to the show, rock out, cool. Drunk as hell, went and got something to eat, come back to the hotel, expecting, you know, we've been gone for hours now, the room should be ready. Nah, they gave our rooms away.
Wow.
Now remember, if anybody knows anything, pause for the calls. I'm gonna die. He said he's there in Indianapolis. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
Indianapolis 500.
Yes.
The biggest racing event.
Yes. We'll come back to that because we still got more to talk about. So yeah, that happened. So now we're scrambling to find someplace to sleep. We was gonna just sleep in the car. Keish knows a lot of people in Indianapolis, so we go to somebody's house who's not there. somebody else comes.
That's love.
I slept on the floor, right on my belly, snored really loudly. You know what
I'm sure
saying?
you did.
Especially because I was drunk too. So we leave there. We go to somebody else's crib. Keisha's family now. So we can stay there. Oh shit. So
yeah, because ain't gonna be no hotels anywhere.
right. And looking for a hotel is out of the question.
And if you did find one, it's gonna be
very expensive, and it was gonna be something that still wasn't adequate for what we need.
Did Troach get his money back?
So no, probably not. It'll probably be Tuesday, Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? But they just took his money that day. It was, you know.
We miss you, Indy. You can come in on your phone. I know you got internet on your phone. I won't be mad because you ain't got green screen.
He got wild internet. That's why he ain't here.
He got wow. Wow. It don't work.
Right.
That's crazy.
You live in Wisconsin. There might be like a bunch of cows might have escaped down the road and trampled the fucking telephone pole.
They're supposed to bury them now, though, don't they? Don't they bury the internet lines? I don't know. Anyway.
They come from the cable. The cable comes from the pole.
I know, but they be burying them now.
Maybe new construction.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to his week.
Yeah. So we got some place to stay, shower. The first night was great. They called for an encore, one of the new songs that we just dropped.
Okay.
We might have to play that one on here.
Oh, we get privilege over here?
Yeah, but I don't have the final track yet. So I'll send it to you. But, the second night, we were at where were we at? Hayes Ultra Lounge. Shout out to their staff there too. Great people, you know what I'm saying? The security, the girl who was taking the money, the bartender was bad as hell, man. I wish I had more money so I could tip her, you know what I'm saying? But shit. That shit was dope. DJ Cheech was DJing. But we had an issue with the mics. It just, you know, I was literally like rapping my verse in there, running back up the stage, you know what I'm saying, to the DJ to try and, you know what I'm saying, level it off. And then the mic I had, the batteries was dying. It just wasn't good, you know what I'm saying? So, but overall, you know, Nap, this just wasn't it, man. Look, we trying to come back home, get on the highway. The police got all of the streets blocked off where they like funneling you a certain way.
Because of the race.
Because of the fucking race. Yo, we literally at somebody crib who, you know what I'm saying, don't stay too far from the track. That shit sound like a million bees buzzing, dog. Huh?
You said you sound on Joe Buddy-ish. Old Rome would have said, make it work.
Make it work. Whatever.
Why is he even here?
Why is he even here?
Aww.
The fuck?
He want a pod from the comments.
Get him out of here. Fuck out of here.
That shit out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, that shit was crazy,
me.
man. You know, I'm riding around blowing weed and
yeah,
you know, I don't know what the
police
fuck going
everywhere.
on. Yeah, I don't like that shit. Paranoid as hell.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Indianapolis at all. Never have been.
It stinks down there.
It smells. They water bad.
Hey, look, I know because
been that kind, man.
Mose, I'm gonna send Mose a link for the type of light he needs to get because it looked like half his face is eroding.
Yeah, it does.
Franklin disappearing.
You low-key look kind of bald on here though, dog.
Yeah. Hey, you just gotta get the beard a little bit better. Hey, he's like, I'm out of here. Indy,
shit crazy.
At least he's here.
Yay.
But yeah, so
that's not
I've been drunk all weekend.
That's not all he had happen to him this week. he got his Facebook page hacked and taken away from him
Oh yeah.
by the Cash App porn people. Because the only thing on his Facebook stories now is DM me your Cash App and I'll send you $4,500 and bitches with big butts. Are you even friends with yourself from your other page?
No. I don't think so.
You know what? Let's play a game called Let's Go
That
to
shit
Rome's
is bad,
page.
though. I need that fucking page back, man.
Worry about my.
Let's play a game.
That
Let's
shit
go.
back.
Let's go to Rome's page. Hey, this guy is even acting like Rome. He was in the group chat talking to us for a second.
Which is crazy. That's fucking.
He
nuts.
even changed Rome's profile picture to another picture of Rome. He's like trying to make it believable as fuck. But let's go to his page real quick. Go to this.
I don't like this game.
Why not? You'll like it. It'll be okay. All right, let's go to this page. Which ones?
They blocked it for me.
The top one?
No, the bottom one.
Is
the
it?
Bottom one is the hacked one.
Okay. Oh, look, there they are. Okay. Let's see what has he been posting. Here you go. 7 hours ago, Rome is going to get everybody 10 to 20K. No personal information needed. You doing everything yourself. 100%, 100 free method.
Oh, you got money like that, fam?
You got some money.
No, dog. No, I don't. No, I don't.
And then that's it. That's all he's really posted. But he does have
The stories.
Going to the stories.
Yeah, man. That ain't me.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, who's that?
Damn. Wait a minute. Hold on. I like what this Rome is posting.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Getting 10 to 20K.
Wait a minute. Did I do this, though? I was really
Wow.
drunk in fucking Indianapolis.
10-4, 10 grand. Look, man, more shit. Monday.
Damn.
Even
That's not me. That's not me.
That's a dark hand.
Uh-huh. So yeah, Rome has been hacked. So there's that. That's pretty weird. Yeah, come through. Got one rolled up and ready.
Ooh.
Yeah. So fucking it's hilarious because he's trying to talk in the group chat with us like we know him, like it's really him. And then he's like, I was like, and he removed himself from the group chat after Bianca asked him, what time are we potting tomorrow? And then I asked him, let me hold something, because he's posting about sending people $4,500. And as soon as I asked that, he left the group chat and he blocked Bianca.
Yep, because I already knew.
I don't know why he just blocked her. So I messaged him today. I messaged him today. I was like, hey, hacker man, can we just get the page back? And he's like, it's me, bro. So he still hasn't blocked me.
Wow.
So I should send him a screenshot of me and Syndrome and be like, can we have the page? We're going to get the page back eventually.
Yeah, right.
But can you just come on, give us just change the shit back to what you need to change it to and go hack somebody else's. It's probably the same person.
I'll make you a fake page and give you a whole bunch of people. For real. Like, I'll do this page alone.
That shit sucks.
So yeah, that was Rome's week.
Other than that, I had a great time in Indianapolis. Your women are beautiful. And it was summertime.
Sundresses?
It felt good. Oh, a lot of sundresses.
Okay.
They didn't go too crazy. We saw a couple of them. They looked like they had just came from a lingerie party or something, though. This is at Waffle House at 4:30 in the morning. Look, we went to the Waffle House. You can't even sit down in that bitch, nigga.
It makes sense.
They got the fucking window up and they calling you when your order ready. So you can come out back and get the food. Hungry as hell, drunk. They was looking all right though. It was all right. Must say, I did enjoy that.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I'm trying to text Omar right now.
But yeah, we gonna
We'll get into my week in a second. It's been
Yeah.
pretty time. Pretty time.
What's the deal?
I thought Ron was gonna like talk while I was gone, but he just.
I was about to take over. Shit,
yeah, my
man.
bad. I'm getting
My week was pretty normal. Big news. I got the job that I've been interviewing for and everything for
Round
the
of
past.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, it's dope. AO, the go to the side door is unlocked if you didn't get the text. But yeah, I got it's something that I've never done before at all. It's totally out of my work comfort zone, and I haven't been on a payroll in like fucking a long time, like a long time. Probably everybody that's everybody is on. How old is your oldest kid? Mose.
13?
Okay, yeah, it's nobody. Everybody on this panel didn't even have kids last time I was on a payroll.
Wow.
So I've been self-employed for a long time, so it's weird. But the reason I'm doing this is because a very, very good friend and brother in D-Edge hooked it up with the job opportunity. Shout to Edge. Well, actually, the Amazon gig. So, but I finessed Amazon, so it is what it is. But I'm gonna be trained doing shit that's gonna allow me to transfer to any of the plants that this company has around the country, which some are in places I might want to live or may consider living in, and some are like no. Like, of course, they have the plant here. They have one down south in Indiana, in Shoals, Indiana, which is in the middle of fucking nowhere. The closest big city to Shoals is Louisville. So that just tells you where it's at in Indiana.
Yeah, super south.
They have one in Michigan. They got one in Jacksonville, Florida, one in Galena Park, Texas, which is basically Houston, one in Sweetwater, Texas, which is right outside Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
They got one in Plaster City, California, which is about an hour and a half east of San Diego. And I lived about 20 minutes east of San Diego, so it'll take me about an hour and 10 minutes if I lived in the city that I lived in before I moved back here. Or I could move to a place called like Pine Valley. That's about 45 minutes away. It's kind of like there's only like 1,500 residents there. It's kind of like mountainous, fucking chill area. But you would think that's the plan I would want to transfer to, because that's the goal. Get the fuck out of here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you would think, yeah, I want to be back in California, but they also have one in Torrance, California, which is sandwiched between like Anaheim and Long Beach, Anaheim to the east, Long Beach to the south, and like Huntington Beach and shit like that to the east. You grab that stool. So shit like that. But the Torrance one does.
Hey, can we stop this for a second? I ain't seen my nigga in so long, y'all.
Hold on, I'm in the building.
All right.
Good, man.
Good to see you.
Good.
The Torrance one, they don't do the shit that I'm gonna be trained to do. They make like acoustical ceiling tiles.
Right.
So I don't think I could do just like a lateral transfer there. So I might have to just like try to get in, like, and get trained to do whatever they're doing there.
Okay.
So, but it's in the LA area, you know, so the greater LA area. So, and they also have it in, they got one in Oregon, one in Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
You know, both beautiful places depending on exactly the location. But like Edge drives like up to an hour each way a day. So,
Man, that shit's tough though.
not when you're fucking cruising in a fucking dope ass Audi SUV or the Porsche truck, like you just rolling. You know,
It's all about perspective, my guy.
yeah.
That's true, but
Like
I've done it before.
what I'd be driving from San Diego on the 8,
Mhm.
going east towards fucking Mexicali, right? So
Mexico.
I'm going east towards Arizona and shit, right? And it's just nothing but fucking mountains and beautiful scenery. It's not like I'm driving fucking 8094 or fucking 1220 and seeing fucking steel mills and fucking nuclear cooler reactors and shit like that. He's over here looking at my tattoos like he didn't.
Hey, your tattoos are cool.
Like he didn't give me the tattoos,
Right,
you know.
exactly.
I was actually talking about him at the beginning of the show.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, them motherfuckers nice.
I was like, you know, sun's out, guns out. So yeah, I was like, oh
You
my
feel
god, all
me?
my shit. I got some shit. We got to fill all this in.
So if y'all want to start donating to the numbing cream fund,
shit, that shit's only $16. But shit, it comes in handy.
Yeah.
I left it with you, and you took it to work.
yeah,
It's probably
I
gone.
made money off of that. Bro.
Yeah, see, shit.
Sorry.
There you go. Shout out to Indy. He's co-hosting from the comments.
Any coochie, huh?
Yeah, Indy.
Fatality.
But yeah, it was I got the job, shit like that. So like I haven't even started. I don't start till next Monday. And the first day is like paperwork and like computer safety training and shit. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is getting trained on and working, operating heavy machinery. So cranes, overhead cranes, bulldozers, front loaders, backhoes, all that types of shit.
Round of applause.
You know, do I got a round of applause? Yeah. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it because I never did no shit like that. You know, I don't like dirt underneath my fingernails and shit, but they paying me like $25 an hour to start plus full benefits, a full pension, and a 401k.
You better.
Pays company match up to $12,500 every year. So
That's dope.
it's pretty good. So overtime, shit like that, like it's gonna be dope. And I'm already thinking of places to transfer to. Like I was just going through the city list. Like the California one is the one I want, but Plaster City could get up to 117 degrees in fucking end of July.
Oh wow.
So do I want to be out there working and doing shit like that?
Oh man.
You gonna be working in the elements?
Yeah, because the Plaster City, like they make the drywall and shit there too, but they actually mine the gypsum. Like
Okay.
a bunch of the gypsum that they get out here, because my job there is I'm going to be with the crane and the bulldozer. I'm going to be doing black dust basically,
Okay.
but on a smaller barge. Like the barge comes up on the Calumet River, right to we got a dock right behind the plant, and I'll be taking the heavy equipment.
Ooh, in 117, God.
Yeah.
That's
but there what they do is they got a train car, so I can work on a train car. I ride on the train car from the factory to the mine, and you load the shit up and you ride back, and then they make the shit there too. So there's a bunch of different jobs. But I mean, it hasn't gotten 117 in a couple years, but it can.
Motherfucker, anything over 91.
But there's no humidity.
Oh, well, you be cool then. It's all
You know?
about perspective.
that's
I guess, man.
that's still hot though.
You know, so but it's on the list. But what the way I know people moving to Florida. So Jack, I know people that lives in Jacksonville. I got a very good friend. Shout out to Skizza. He lives in Jacksonville. You're gonna be in Tampa eventually. That they're only like 2 hours away from each other. So, but I don't like Florida weather because it get hot. It'll be 95 in Jacksonville with 99.9999% humidity.
Sticky as hell.
That shit feel good to me though. I like that shit.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I just love
but
it.
the Gulf Coast is different than the Atlantic Coast.
Yeah.
They're two different ecosystems.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt for sure. The
Just
Gulf
like
Coast better.
Miami's totally different than Jacksonville. Miami got that subtropical vibe. Like I love Miami, but they have a plant in Miami too. But they,
Nah, for real.
it just matters if they're going to be hiring for what I'm going to be doing, you know.
Okay.
So, but I could learn the mill part, and then I could learn the board part, because bro, they were warring for me. Like one of the questions in the interview was like, "Do you think you're overqualified for this position?" Because they're looking at my resume and shit. I got schooling, shit like that. So they're like, "Oh, no." And I told them straight up, I don't think I'm overqualified for something I don't know how to do. I don't know how to fucking make drywall. I could whip up some work, I don't know, make fucking
bag up some
drywall.
drywall.
I can bag the drywall up. But yeah, it's pause for the cause. But if I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of scared because you know what else happened this week? I cut my grass yesterday. Now we
He got a job. He cut his grass.
now check it out.
This
Everybody
motherfucker's
knows
on the incline.
Adulting.
fucking. But we've talked about the lawnmower. We went through my 2 weeks of doing the fucking the research on what I was gonna get.
I love that, man.
And I
This
went
dude
there.
did 2 weeks of research.
I went there. I was like, I'm getting this electric lawnmower. It's gonna be quiet, everything. I'm gonna get it. And I came up with a gas powered one.
It came with the gas one.
And you know why? Because I should have took O with me because the fucking shit was so high I couldn't grab it by myself, and I took Elijah with me. My nephew Elijah's like 5'6.5". He can't fucking reach it if I can't reach it because he's 3 inches shorter than me. So I'm like, what the? I was like, and the gas one was right there. I was like, well, this one we're getting. Fuck it,
I tried to use that motherfucker this morning. This nigga ain't answering my call, man.
man. Because I go to sleep when he waking up. He gonna call me at like 8:59 in the morning. I was probably in my deep, and I ate a piece of the edible before I went to sleep.
Hey, yo,
Wow.
shout out to Bobby Backwoods, man. Them fucking edibles.
For sure.
Life right now.
So
Y'all know I'm off
I did.
the Bobby Backwood. It's all gone too, y'all.
You calling off tomorrow?
He's
Nah,
off.
I'll be there.
Are you off?
Oh yeah, I'm off. That's right.
Yeah, it's Memorial Day.
Couldn't want it that time of the half. I don't know.
So check it out. I got the lawnmower. I cut the grass a couple weeks ago when I got the lawnmower, but I only cut the front yard because as long as fuck the backyard wasn't long at all. So I was like, I'm not gonna cut it. I'll cut it next week. And we got nothing but rain, and I didn't cut it for like a week and a half, right? So I go cut it yesterday. It's a good fucking almost 3 feet tall. So I cut the front yard pretty quick, then I start cutting the backyard. Halfway through the backyard, I'm winded in a motherfucker, right? I'm like, oh fuck. And then I finish up, but we got trees. They're not really trees. They're like big old weird plants, and they're like that. But it's not hard bark or anything, It
Right.
might turn into hard bark, but I take the lawnmower back on 2 wheels like this, woo, and I'm chopping these motherfuckers down. And that took a lot of effort, and I'm sweating and everything. And I was like, I'm done. I didn't even finish it. I put the fucking lawnmower back in the fucking the shed. I came in the house, grabbed the water, went back outside on the front fucking deck, and I just sat there, dumping water, drinking water, got another bottle, did that with like 4 bottles. I was like,
hey, whole time Mexican worker did that shit in a lunch break.
this just goes to show how out of shape I am. So after that, I was like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. So I went in the bathroom. I'm sitting on the edge of the bathtub. Like I know, like
grass, he about to throw
like I don't know if I'm gonna like if I have to throw up, but I'm about to make myself throw up because I'm gonna feel better, Like I'm like, fuck.
all from cutting grass.
Yeah, bro.
God damn it, man.
Bro, I was like, I am out of
Hey, so
shape.
who's your other two co-hosts?
That's Bianca. Bianca's up in the
Bianca
top
Tate?
right. Yes, that's Bianca Tate.
Salute Bianca Tate. I heard the name. I heard nothing but good stuff about it.
And that's
Love
that, and that's Mose, DJ Parlay, who's
Okay.
fucking
Salute DJ Parlay.
that never gives us no fucking parlays.
Man, I gave you the sauce. You wouldn't know what to do with it, man. Chill out.
Wow.
Chill out, man.
No,
I see it all over Facebook
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Salute
she
Bianca.
active. But yeah, so I did that yesterday. That was fun. Fuck that shit. I'm never gonna let the grass get fucking 3 feet tall again.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's how my backyard is. I can't do shit about it. It's a wrap.
Bro.
I gotta have my boy with the big boy come through.
Because it just rained so much
Yeah,
that there was
especially
no
especially when it's
there's just no time to get
it
to
rained
it.
like that. You know what I'm saying?
was crazy.
Yeah.
Did y'all have a dandelion problem this year? Because my first cut was crazy. Them bitches was everywhere. Like them dandelions was like took over my whole entire front yard.
Yeah, I got a bunch in my front yard too. Motherfuckers. But yeah, that was it. I just did some adult shit this week.
You know what's crazy, man? Everybody kept telling me, "Don't cut the dandelions. The bees need them. Let the bees." What you mean? Let my lawn look like shit? I don't care about no damn bees, man.
You gotta care about the bees. If the bees dies, we're gonna die.
That's what they saying, man. But my lawn ain't gonna hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I tried to explain that to my son today. He's like, let's just kill all the bees. I'm like, no, they play a part in the bigger thing of life.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you something that I learned this weekend too. So did y'all know that bees do not fly in the dark at all?
No.
Like if you're in a room and a bee is, you know what I'm saying, in the room, cut the light out, they'll drop right to the floor.
Wow.
Y'all ain't know that?
I never heard of it.
I just learned that this weekend. I was like, damn.
That's crazy.
But it is you've
I
never
might say
seen a
it's like-
bee fly at night.
I knew that they didn't fly at night, but I didn't think they just dropped to the ground if you shut off the light. You know what? I want to test that. Like I want to test that this year. I'm gonna take it in the shit. I'm gonna get a bee in
Walk
the
in a room full of 1,000 bees. Turn off the light to see if you
I
survive.
can't take it.
bee
Oh
man.
no,
Yeah.
Thomas Jerry. Oh my god.
The bees about to be dead. You know what I'm saying? You about the bees dead. You know what I'm saying?
Birds and the bees.
No, I'm allergic though, man. So fuck a bee.
Oh no.
Fuck the
Be
wood.
swelling up and shit. So no, I'm
Like
good.
Thomas
Yeah,
J
my
and
son
my
said,
girl. Oh.
Yep. So that was my week, and after the end of the week, we get into the shit. So before that, I need y'all to go and do all this shit. Every once in a while, we gotta get serious on this show because something will happen that we kind of gotta get serious about. This past week, we had one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history in Uvalde, Texas, which is, I think they said 30 miles from the Mexican border and 60 miles from Austin, maybe. I think Austin is the closest city. I don't even know where to begin. Because you're supposed to be able to like send kids to school, like that's one thing you're supposed to be able to do, it's supposed to be a safe place, aside from all the other shit, bullying and whatever shit, throughout the years up and then gang shit in schools in the late 80s and into the 90s and even now. But even in where I'm from, being born and raised where I was at in the hood, there like guys there'd be guns at school, but there'd never be a shooting, and definitely never a mass shooting.
I know little kids, yo.
And yeah, exactly, and definitely not little kids. This was an elementary school, but one class in particular. There's not much known about anything about it, really. There's always vague details released about the shooter. But I'm going to bring up something real quick as we go through the timeline of this. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, I guess you could say. Let me bring up this timeline about how this unfolded. I think this is the 212th mass shooting this year.
What?
Yeah.
212?
Yeah.
Like, man, what constitutes a mass shooting?
I don't
What's the
know.
definition
Maybe
of
more than
mass?
3 people.
More than 3?
Maybe.
I'll look it up.
Yes,
That's
thank you,
kinda
Bianca.
low.
That's yeah.
That's kind of low compared to all the shootings that don't get reported.
Yeah. Let's break this down, okay? There was, from the time it happened, there's you knew the shit was going to change right off the bat. There was 14 people shot. 19 is a total right now. 19 young children and 2 teachers. 21 people altogether. Authorities has offered shifting timelines of what happened. inside the school. Uvalde, Texas. Like I said, it's a small town in I guess you could say Texas Hill Country. I guess that is what it's considered. I think it's near where Jesse James has his shop because he packed up and left. He packed up and left California years ago. So this is where it's at. It's a very small, very little tiny town, and it's literally here's down here is the border, and here's it's San Antonio, and then here's San Antonio. So it's even further out of the country because hill country is more up over in this area. So yeah, it's a very small area. Man, I don't even. It's oh shit. This panel is full of parents. What was your first reaction? I know you're a work from home from person, Bianca, so you're home all the time. You're tuned into what's happening and what's the happenings and goings ons of the world and shit like that. What was your initial reaction?
Okay, I believe this happened on Tuesday, Wednesday. My youngest, well, the whole school district, they had individual class picnics, right? To go to my oldest picnic, which was at the school, you had to have a background check on file. I didn't go. I don't have anything really bad on my background, but just didn't get a chance to do all of that. So that was my first thought. How did that person get into the school? Because at their school, even at the other district they were at, there are 2 doors that you must be buzzed into to even get to the office to speak with someone. So that's one question. You're supposed to be able to send your kids to school. That's a safe place. They say no guns, you can't speed around a school, these teachers went to work. They were probably excited. Yay, girl, we can get on summer vacation. These children, some of them have received AB honor roll certificates. You just never even fathom to think that you're going to send your child to school and then something like this happens. And it continually happens. You mentioned it was 250 something already this year. It's only May. When did these other ones happen? What the hell is going on?
We're technically not even halfway through the year yet.
Yeah. And then these shooters, I think the shooter in Buffalo was 18. The shooter here was 18. What the F is going on with these men? Or, you know what I'm saying? They're men. What's going on with that? That's my feeling with everything.
But my initial reaction was, is this white kid alive? Because 9 times out of 10, these mass shooters are Caucasian males, right?
And I hope every parent, every survived victims, their families sues the police department because they have come out and said that they were at fault. They waited almost an hour to get into a classroom. Kids were calling 911 by the shooter. You know what I'm saying? So why weren't the police on their job? I don't want to bring in like racial stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they're so quick to pull the trigger in different situations, but you're there to protect and serve people that can't protect themselves, those kids. And they didn't do anything for them. So I hope the city of what is it called? Uvalde. I hope they get ready to disperse hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to those families. And I'm done.
Yeah, it's gonna be real interesting. There's like the article said, there's a couple of varying timelines, and we're gonna start from the top. The shooter, Salvador Ramos, 18-year-old, he was killed after during the shooting, I should say, by a border agent who was located nearby and arrived at the school and went in. So let's start down the timeline of what is known so far. Let's start with the months prior. I'm citing my source cited right now is from CNN, this article that I found it has the most informative on what happened and what's going on right now. So September 2021, the shooter asked her sister to help him buy a gun, and she flatly refused. The shooter was in a group chat on Instagram, and in it, there was a February 28th discussion of the suspect being a school shooter. On March 1st, the shooter had an Instagram chat with several others in which he discussed buying a gun. 2 days later, there was another group chat in which someone said, word on the street was that the suspect, as I just stated, his name was Salvador Ramos, that he was buying a gun. The shooter replied, just bought something right now. March 14th, he wrote on an Instagram post, 10 more days. Another user replied to that, or are you going to shoot up a school or something? The shooter replied, no, and stop asking dumb questions, and you'll see. May 17th and May 20th, the shooter legally purchased 2 AR platform rifles at a local federal firearms licensee. Let's see. The shooter also purchased 375 rounds of ammunition on May 18th. Basically, a senator from because all these senators, the governors, all these people are coming up to give some type of sound bites on the situations. Okay.
What did Ted Cruz have to say?
Yeah, I wanted to wait till we all kind of gave our varying opinion and went down the timeline before I went in and to get in on the political aspect of this. But this is the same group of people who want to outlaw abortion. So they're pro-life until your kids go to school. Actually, they're pro-life until they're born. Because after they're born, they don't give a fuck. So we'll get more into that later. But all these senators and everything have sound bites about this, and this one stepped up to drop that these were basically a birthday present to himself. This is what this kid did. Yeah, he was 17, but he's still a fucking kid. And we could also get into how at 18 years old you could buy a gun and you could vote and you could be sent to war, but you can't gamble, you can't smoke weed, you can't buy cigarettes in a lot of states now. They raised that up to 21. So you could buy a long gun anyway. You can't buy a handgun. You could have one gifted to you and be in possession and licensed with one though. In this state anyway. But Texas is a very good friendly state.
I have a question.
Anyway, go ahead.
As far as his discussion, these group chats about violence or whatever, I think he said on Instagram, where does the social media platform come into play and say, hey, your chats are against our community standards. We're going to block you. We're going to delete your profile.
Well, the group chats, it don't matter.
Okay.
Like those aren't monitored. Like we've said all types of crazy shit in our group chats.
True.
Yeah, but never nothing.
Well, yeah,
terroristic though. You know,
because that's like Facebook. Like even if you say the word shooting or fight,
yeah,
they'll block some. They'll take.
They're not gonna monitor a private chat though.
Yeah, they're not gonna. But as for like a comment under a picture or something like that, like they stated on Instagram, they don't have Instagram don't have the bots like they do.
Okay.
So there's that.
But yeah, this.
But getting back to the politicians, like right away, Governor Abbott did a press conference, of course, and he was flanked by all types of other Texas political figures, including Ted Cruz's fucking weird, any monster-looking bitch ass.
Okay.
He was interrupted by Beto O'Rourke, who is running against him for governor. He's a Democratic gubernatorial candidate, and he has a good chance to win. And I hope he does because Abbott's a fucking idiot. But going back to this timeline, here's what happened. So he bought the guns. He bought 375 rounds of ammunition. Like, what the fuck? Nobody bats an eye at that in fucking Texas because Texas,
Right.
it's fucking everything's bigger in Texas. Go hard or go home. What the fuck? So he shoots his grandma the day of the shooting, the day this takes place. He shoots his grandma in the fucking head.
This dude.
She lives. She lived. She's not in the death tally.
Wow.
She lives. So before going to the school and committing the massacre, the shooter sent a series of chilling text messages to a girl he met online. According to the screenshots reviewed by CNN and an interview with the girl. The teen girl, who lives in Germany, by the way, said she began chatting with the shooter on a social media app earlier this month. The shooter told her that on Monday, he received a package of ammunition. On Tuesday morning, Ramos called her and told her he loved her. He complained about his grandma being on the phone with AT&T about my phone. It's annoying. 6 minutes later at 11:21 a.m., he texted, I just shot my grandma in the head. Oh, excuse me.
What the fuck?
Excuse me, quote unquote. I
Yeah.
just shot my grandma in her head. Seconds later, I'm going to go shoot up elementary school right now.
Don't pass go straight to jail. Just went escalated to shot my
At
grandma.
11:21, he sends this message to her. I'm going to go shoot up at elementary school right now.
Did he tell anybody? Did she
27 a.m., 6 minutes later. Shows the exterior door of Robb Elementary School, which is suspected to be where the shooter entered from, was propped open by a teacher.
Oh man.
Okay? 11:28. 7 minutes after that text message to the girl in Germany. The shooter's vehicle crashes into a ditch near school. A teacher runs into a room to get a phone and returns to the exit door, which remains propped open. The suspect jumps out from the passenger side of the truck with a rifle and a bag, which was later discovered to be full ammunition, by the way. Two witnesses, meanwhile, who were at a funeral home across the street from the school, hear the crash and go to see what happened. The suspect begins to fire at them. Both begin to run away.
That's crazy. Get the fuck.
Okay? 11:30. 9 minutes after said text message, he's already crashed the truck and fired at two funeral home employees. A teacher reemerges in a panic and apparently called 911. U.S. Marshal Service said it received a call from assistance at 11:30 from a Uvalde Police Department officer. 11:31, 10 minutes after the text message. The suspect reaches the last row of vehicles at the school parking lot and begins shooting at the school. Patrol vehicles begin to arrive at the funeral home across the street. Okay? He's not in the school yet.
The police showed up.
And the police have showed up
Across the street.
across the fucking street. Okay?
Through their asses.
Hold on. I ain't got enough weed to deal with all this. I'm not gonna.
And I did not know these
It's over.
details at all.
I'm getting
like-
worked up over this shit. This shit is.
That shit's crazy. man.
The more-
Across the
see,
street.
That shit is crazy.
I watched everything. I watched some shit, Tuesday night while it was happening, after it happened, right? Because of course I was sleeping. I woke up to all this shit because I kind of adjusted my schedule to midnight schedule because Yoshi's working midnight. So fucking I adjust my schedule and shit, whatever. So I wake up, and after Tuesday, I purposely haven't read up on this. Okay, everything that we're all figuring all this out together
Together.
Yeah.
live right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
This is where you're
God damn.
you get fucking pissed off. And you see, this is why when we do do real shit on this show, when we get into the real topics and get real about shit, that's when all our viewers leave.
They took off when the shit got real.
This show for the bullshit. And that I was really hoping everybody was going to stay around, especially the parents, to chime into that to after we get through this timeline and we get to what's next and what in reality can be done.
This is tough to go through, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I know it is.
You reading it is tough
because the
I
school.
get it. A lot of people don't want to, and they're not trying to deal with what the reality of it is because that's chilling, man.
The high school that the kid goes to.
Man.
The high school that the kid goes to in California, and it's a nice high school. That's a prime location. There was a school shooting a couple years ago. Well, a couple years, like 2 years before I moved to California, at that high school, and he's about to be a sophomore. He just finished his freshman year.
That's crazy.
But getting back to it, he's at the last row of vehicles. The fucking police officers have arrived at the funeral home. There are no school resource officer that confronted the suspect outside of the school, as officials had previously described. They fucking lied. They said a resource officer fucking met him outside the school.
They're about to put cases on all the motherfuckers.
He was not even on the scene, but heard the 911 call about a man with a gun. And there's 2 fucking billboard signs on opposite ends of the school grounds. They said that there's armed personnel on property.
So it's a failure all the way around.
All the way around.
But that's bad.
So the resource officer heard about it on 911 and drove to the area and sped back to the school to a person he thought was the suspect, but was a teacher. How are you the school resource officer?
Wow.
Teachers in the fucking school. How, Sway? How?
This is
in doing so,
getting sadder and sadder.
In doing so, he drove right by the suspect who was hunkered down behind a vehicle where he began shooting at the school. Multiple shots were fired by the suspect. The first officers entered the school more than 1 hour before the shooter was killed. 11:33, the shooter enters the school and begins shooting into a classroom. That one was connected to a second classroom. He shot in excess of at least 100 rounds. 11:35, 3 Uvalde Police Department officers entered through the same door as the suspect. Another 3 and a county sheriff follow. That's 7. The 3 initial officers went directly to the class door, which was closed, and 2 received grazing wounds from the shooter. 11:37, another 16 rounds are fired in the following minutes. It does not specifically say if it was between the officers and the suspect, or as a shooter, I should say, because we know who it was, or not. 11:42, 5 minutes later, a source close to a teacher receives a text saying there's an active shooter on campus. CNN saw and confirmed the text chain and confirmed the timestamps. 11:43, 10 minutes after he entered the school and started shooting. The school announced on Facebook that's under lockdown due to gunshots in the area, adding that students and staff are safe in the building.
Oh, shit.
That could come back and bite them in the ass.
Yeah, that's...
Officers are calling for additional resources, equipment, body armor, negotiators, and evacuating students and teachers. That was at 11:44. 11:51, more officers arrive on the scene. This is 18 minutes since he entered the building.
Holy fuck.
12:03, a young girl from inside one of the adjoining classrooms calls 911, identifies herself, and whispers the classroom she's in. The call lasted about a minute and 23 seconds. She calls back several minutes later and says multiple people are dead. 12:10. 27 minutes after he entered. First group of Deputy U.S. Marshals arrives on scene to assist. Federal, state, and local law enforcement are ready on the scene. Marshal Service said in a statement. 12:13, the girl calls 911 again. 12:15, members of the Border Patrol's tactical unit arrive on scene. When Border Patrol agents begin to arrive, the officer in charge of the situation had already made a determination. It was a barricaded subject situation, a source familiar with the situation said. The team waited, not breaching the classroom where the shooter was holed up until nearly 40 minutes later. 40 minutes. He entered at 11:33. At 12:15, they arrived, and they didn't breach the classroom till 40 minutes later. So that would make it 12:55, which is an hour and 22 minutes after he walked in and started shooting. When they were across the street, two graze wounds. Two graze wounds were suffered by these pigs.
That was too pussy.
While 19 children were killed.
Kids in there,
Man,
and teachers, and you can't
The
have
blood-
a gun. You can't have a gun.
The blood of these 19 children
There's
are
across
on the
street.
hands
Of the school system,
Yeah.
the police department, that school.
Street.
12:17. Robb Elementary announces on Facebook that there's an active shooter at the school and authorities are on scene. 12:16. The girl calls 911 again and tells dispatchers that there are, 8 to 9 students alive. Not how many are dead because there's so many, but yet how many are alive because there's so few. 12:19. Another person calls 911 from one of the two classrooms and hangs up when another student tells her to. 12:21. Almost an hour since he entered. He fires again. He is believed to be at the door. Law enforcement moved down the hallway. 3 shots are heard from another 911 call made. 12:36, hour and 3 minutes since he started shooting inside the school. The initial student who called 911 calls again, is told to be very quiet and tells dispatchers he shot the door. The call lasted 21 seconds. 12:43, hour and 10 minutes after the shooting started. The young girl calls again, asks dispatchers, please send the police now. They're in the fucking hallway not doing a goddamn thing. 12:47. The student asked for police again. 12:50. Law enforcement breached the locked classroom using keys from a janitor. They shoot and kill the suspect. Something they could have did an hour earlier. Hour and 27 minutes. The shooter was in the room by himself with over 300 rounds of ammunition. $12:51. Through the young girl's 911 call, there are loud noises and officers can be heard moving children out of the room. The child goes outside and call cuts off. The suspect purchased and had a total of 1,657 total rounds of ammunition. At least 315 of them were inside the school. 142 were spent cartridges.
God bless that little baby or all those kids who, you teach your kids to, whenever you're in trouble, call the police, dial 911. They'll send the help and they'll come and help you, so shout out to those kids who did, try to compose themselves and call for help for their classmates. But throw the whole police department away. Throw them away now. I want the names of the officers that came and waited across the street. You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't they get the custodian's keys when they first got there?
Earlier.
Like,
Why was it an hour and 27 minutes until they got keys? Why didn't they have a battering ram? Why didn't they have a bomb robot? Or like they could, there are so many different tools at their disposal that they could have used to breach that door and maybe save some little kids. Because if they would have breached the door earlier when some more of the kids were alive, as they were breaching the door, the dude's not going to kill the kids. He's going to start shooting at the door. The whole point of protecting and serving, and the whole reason that we're supposed to respect these motherfuckers is because they're putting their life on the line. They're supposed to be the buffer between you and the bad things happening if that needs to be what needs to be. And they were there and they didn't do their job, and they wonder why, with the exception of all the other stupid bullshit they do, why we shouldn't respect them or have faith in what for them to do what they're supposed to do. Like, I don't understand.
At least to protect the kids, though, man. You got to do better for children. That's
also,
crazy.
what consider something a mass shooting? 4 more shots and killed in a single event at the same general time and location, not including the shooter. So that's differentiating between a mass shooting and a mass murder.
Okay. Makes sense. Let me what else? I want to find something else. What we now about the Uvalde shooting.
But the nerve of them to stop across the street.
Well, because that was the first call we got.
Right. And I'm wondering, did they go across the street? I'm wondering, did they just go there because that's where the call came from?
Their initial response was just the shots at their funeral home.
He fired over there.
Yes.
Right.
So he ran away.
The cops are there making the report, trying to see what's going on there, and that dude has done moved down.
Okay.
So they might not. I'm going to give them for the benefit of doubt on that one.
Okay.
For a split second.
And that's why I asked.
The dude drove past him while he was still in. I mean, granted, he couldn't see him because he was crouched down. Shit like that. But they were there. There were 7 of them in the building. Minimum of 7 of them in the building for an hour and a fucking half. That's why he's playing target practice with elementary age children. Like, bro, that's 4th grade is what, 10 years old?
My oldest is going to 4th grade next year.
And how old is he?
He just turned 9, so he would, he will turn 10 in 4th grade. Yep.
So what we now know about this, and here's where this guy was really active. Like we're probably never. It so far it seems he didn't leave some manifesto. We know he was bullied about his appearance and him being poor and shit like that. Which in no ways is that's no good, and it makes me like I know none of these kids would have survived in the 80s when I was growing up. And there was no school shooters like that, and we like my generation was a bullying generation.
Everybody got made fun.
Like I'm a small guy. I'm like 5'9". I just weighed myself at Bug's house last week. I weigh 179 pounds.
Yo, I had my drawstring ponytail pulled from my scalp, and almost religiously.
And I was talking mad shit to everybody at school. I was like a bully, So, but but I would get fights with people if they wanted to fight too, so it didn't matter. But we're never really gonna know. Like so far, there's no manifesto and shit like that. He lived with his grandmother. Like we said, he shot his grandma in the head. She survived. Let's see. See what we said. He shot his grandma. Texted his plans. We know he texted everything. See if they got texted shit. Like he was so forthcoming about, and the girl he was chatting with was only 15 years old, and he's only been chatting with her since May 9th. So he didn't even like know this chick. It's just some random chick he met on the web, and he was just like, "Yo,
but he was in them group chats popping off too, though.
Oh yeah, he was all over."
And what amazes me is the freedom that we felt to just say everything, thinking like there would be no record of it, or it would never be seen, or that's amazing to me. And like he was 18, so I guess what is that, a 2000s thing?
Yeah,
2000s baby. Like that's totally asinine to me.
It's
like
crazy.
You don't want proof of your dirt. Well, I love you don't want no proof.
Well, look at look how we went through that indictment with the YSL people fucking a couple weeks ago, and how many shit got lifted off because they just talked too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we still don't know if anybody was wired up because not all the fucking discovery has been presented yet. So, and it's funny because you know how many I could go to my Facebook right now and go through the stories, and there's people with mad weed on them motherfuckers. Like, you guys haven't learned. Like, you guys are really like, come on, guys. Like, come on. You're like, yo, I'll pull up on you. Like, you guys can't be doing that. But we know, like, this kid was one of those kids that kept to himself. He worked at Wendy's. He just worked and got paid, shit like that. There's another he using the social media yet Yubu. He would threaten girls that he would rape them. He showed up his rifle he bought and threatened to shoot up schools and live streams. So this Yubu app, I never even heard of it. It's kind of I wonder how wild it is.
How is it spelled?
Yubu, Yubo.
Never heard of it.
So I can see it's probably a bunch of people that like child pornography and fucking white supremacy is probably on that app. And why this kid he wasn't the typical white shooter. He was of Hispanic descent, as is almost everybody in that area because of the proximity to the Mexican border. But he was deeply troubled. We'll get into some mental health stuff in a little bit. But he was. Yubu, of course, says, during another live stream, my 18-year-old Yubu user Hannah from Ontario said she reported Ramos to Yubu in early April after he threatened to shoot up her school, rape her, kill her, and her mother. Well, shit. Of course, Yubu said, we are deeply saddened by this unspeakable loss and are fully cooperating with law enforcement under investigation. Basically, giving them transcripts and shit like that. Because even though if you guys think your shit's fucking safe, it's not. It's easily monitored.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I keep going back to Facebook jail.
That's why I keep going. That's why fucking Skurlock got to watch the show on fucking YouTube because he be talking about beating people ass or shooting something and they fucking Facebook jail his ass real quick.
Taking the bullying serious this year.
Let's see. There's a bunch of shit about the kids. I don't want to talk about none of that because,
yeah,
I don't want to talk about that.
Let's not do that.
But
that was torture. Joy Reid.
We could get to the aftermath. We could get to what happens after every mass shooting. Of course, the talks of gun control, changing laws and policy, and shit like that always come up from people who have been in similar situations or had family members in those situations and shit like that. And then there's always pushback, from the gun lobby and shit like that. But I want to discuss what can feasibly be done and if it will even matter. I'm a very pro Second Amendment supporter. I'm a constitutionalist. Like I think the Constitution's law. Should there be amendments? Certain things should be changed. Like we need to be a little more clear on the Second Amendment with shit. But I'm also big supporter of gun reform. I think there should be red flag laws. I think there should be universal background checks. I think your mental history should be included in these background checks. Nobody with fucking multiple personality disorder should be able to go to fucking Cabela's and buy a fucking shotgun because one of those personalities might be violent. But will those changes matter? No, it's not going to matter because anybody that wants a gun is going to get one, whether it's a burner, or, whether they steal it themselves, whether they buy a burner, whether it's a ghost gun, something that they build. Guns are guns. Guns are never going to leave this country unless we change the Constitution, which is never going to happen. It might happen in like 100 years or so.
With what you're saying, though, you know what I'm saying? Those reform ideals are to at least slow down the process of somebody.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't just really be able to just go get a gun. You know what I'm saying? Be 17, 18. You can go get a gun and 300 rounds of ammunition and nothing rings a bell in anybody's head. Like, damn, maybe we shouldn't do this with a shorty. You know what I'm saying?
See, some states have, like California. California got the most restrictive gun laws in the country. Mm-hmm. And that stems from the gang culture in the 80s, starting in the 80s in LA and shit. Like in
Black
LA,
people was the problem.
And it was, well, also Hispanics also. Because there was a black and Hispanic gangs.
Yep. They didn't want us.
So check it out. Los Angeles County is like the most populous county in the country, right? And there's less than 1,000 concealed carry permits issued in that county. Like you have to prove your life is in danger to get a concealed carry permit in LA County. Meanwhile, in San Bernardino County, where there was a major school shooting years ago, they hand them out like candy on Halloween. It's like, Oprah, here's a fucking permit for you. Here's a permit for you. In San Diego, I had to go through 2 interviews with the sheriff with a job where I had to have a gun to get a permit. Like, what the fuck? Out here, I moved back to Indiana. I got my fucking card right away. Went and did my fingerprints. It took longer to get a fingerprint appointment than it did for them approved license.
That's crazy.
You know how long it takes me to get a gun? 37 minutes. Longest it's taken me to go to Bass Pro Shop or Cabela's, pick out my gun, swipe my card, and wait for the background check to clear. 37 minutes is the longest it's ever taken. California, minimum 10-day wait.
Have you ever thought about this, bro? Like, in other countries, they ain't having these school shootings like this because damn near every time, these kids turn that age, they send them off to the military or some shit.
Well, shit
like that don't happen.
And a lot of countries, it's not as easy to get a gun as it is out here. Like, good luck. There's a lot of countries.
Commerce.
In a lot of countries, the police don't even carry guns. They got their little fucking nightstick. Look like a rolling pin and shit. Look like a big ass long dildo.
Society.
As long as you got enough money.
Society.
It's not even society. The guns have been ingrained in American culture since before the country was founded. Yeah. The Second Amendment of the second thing in the Constitution says
muskets.
Have a fucking gun.
Protect our muskets.
It's not a privilege. It's a right.
First, we gonna get this money.
It's a fucking right. Now I'm all for that. I'm all for it. Like I said, I'm a constitutionalist. There's constitutional carry states where you don't got to do nothing. You turn 18 and you get a gun. That's how it goes. Other countries like California, they have a gun roster. You gave this back to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to wrong.
They have a handgun roster where there's only a certain list of guns. There's only a certain number of handguns that are approved by the state of California for you to own. And you can't have nothing bigger than a 10-round magazine.
Damn.
Yeah.
And just imagine all them guns that's out there in the street.
Yeah, and then there's a 10-day waiting period on a long gun or a handgun, on a rifle or a handgun, right?
Motherfucker make a lot of money in LA selling straps.
Well, that's the thing. There's not as many people are rolling around with them as you would think because it's a bigger punishment. Out here, if you get caught without a license, it's a misdemeanor. It's like, there you go.
Out there, that's one strike.
Out there, that's right. You going in. You getting a case. You know, so it's a little rougher. Did it drive crime down? It actually did help LA. LA from the late 80s or the late 90s into the early 2000s, all those troubled areas got cleaned up. You drive through Compton now, it ain't nothing like it was in the 80s and 90s.
Gentrification.
I've been there.
Yeah.
So,
And you know what? Gentrification gets a bad rap because gentrification nowadays, a lot of it's being spearheaded by minorities in cities where they're from. And that's what cities need. Detroit needs gentrification. Gary needs gentrification, or they're not going to come back.
Right. The reason it gets a bad rap is because
It's usually white people coming in, driving up the prices, forcing everybody that's remaining out.
Right.
It paints somebody else's hand. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not benefiting us in any way.
That are there out. They make the neighborhood better, but at the expense of people who are from there.
Yeah.
They drive everybody out. Like that happened when they tore down Cabrini Green. All the people in the Cabrini Green neighborhood that didn't live in Cabrini Green in the surrounding neighborhoods got forced out because they built a bunch of shit that they couldn't afford to buy and rose their rent up and shit. They couldn't afford that no more. If they even got the option of having their rent raised. Like what? How do I say that right now? I'm high. But I don't think it's ever going to change. Like I think it might just get worse because guns aren't going anywhere. And the first thing like the Republicans will say is let's arm the teachers. An overwhelmingly majority of teachers do not want to be armed. They don't get
paid enough for that.
Fuck this.
So I just seen a meme from a teacher on Twitter.
Like more responsibility.
And this teacher said, they don't even pay me enough to be a teacher, let alone paying me enough to be a fucking Avenger.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Teachers don't want to be armed on the majority, okay?
My mother, me and my mother before
Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to give the wrong teacher is going to be armed, and they're going to be fucked up in the head, and the one class clown kid's going to piss them off, and you're going to end up shooting the fucking kid.
Hey,
welcome to America.
There's no solution.
Yeah.
There ain't no solution to the problem. There ain't no. You don't know when a nigga's gonna go crazy and go shoot some shit. You never know.
It's crazy. Police response time is a guarantee.
Oh shit! Where the fuck you been?
Man, I've been here the whole time. What are you talking about?
Oh,
baby? What's just going on?
Oh, you all caked up, weren't you?
Nah, man, I've been right here, man. What's going on,
bro?
Man?
Your whole screen was gone. You had your little sticker up. Your camera was off.
He had to refill his drink.
Yeah,
we're back in the game, man. This is what you want, right?
You all sweating. Look at you,
right?
You got some Sunday dessert.
It was Sunday breakfast. It was Sunday brunch.
Hey, pause for the cause for it though. Look how dope the tattoos are. Omar will get you guys dope.
Hey, show that car.
Look at that. Look at that car.
Hey man, what y'all got? A Gary, Indiana Pacers. What you got? Indiana Pacers, Detroit Lions till I die. Let's go. Lions.
Wow.
Anyway, back to it.
Big Lions till I die.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've never been to a school. My oldest stepkid is going to be 21. You know, I was there for her whole high school experience. California schools are different because you can't get buzzed into a California school because they're not inside schools. California high schools are outdoor schools.
Okay.
Beverly Hills 90210 growing up.
Yeah.
You switch classes, you outside. palm trees and shit. It's sunny. There ain't no fucking rain. So,
But there isn't a point of entry.
but I've never been to I've never been to any school out here in Lake County where I didn't have to go to an office. Like they buzz you in from the outside.
Outside, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Now, granted, that kid walked into an unlocked door, a prop door. Was it hot?
Door.
Like, why was the door propped? I want more information about why that door was propped.
Why
open.
the teacher propped it open?
Yeah. And then after
inside job,
after the teacher was calling the police, the fucking door was still propped open. But maybe in the whole
scramble of
scramble,
it,
like
maybe
you don't forget. Maybe you forget about that.
I can't really fault the teacher though for propping the door. It's probably something that she do on a regular basis or something. You know what I'm saying? You never expecting
Exactly. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about these schools though. A lot of these schools in these areas, like this town is small. You know who's from this town?
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey. This is his hometown.
Really?
Yeah. But this town, like, this is how small this town is. Let me see.
I don't know if those are gunshots or fireworks.
Population demographics is where's it at? Come on. USA Facts, Wikipedia, Uvalde County. Oh, this is the county. I don't need the county. I need the fucking whole shits. Need the whole shits.
It sound like the dude at the end of a commercial. They talk real fast about the shit that they
it's 16,122 people. Okay, real small town. Real small town. Okay, 16,000 people. Right. So it's a town where like everybody knows everybody type shit. So I guarantee that school probably don't got no air conditioning. It gets hot out there. Prop door open, have the windows open, whatever. And it's probably a small community where there's not a lot of fucking crime like that. You know, leave their cars unlocked. Maybe their door open. It's small enough to where there's enough people to know that this fucking shooter motherfucker was weird as fuck. Okay, he was weird as fuck. Kind of gothy. I don't want to put his picture up because fuck him. Same reason I'm not going to put no pictures of the victims up. Them children don't need to be paraded around for that shit.
For sure.
That's another thing too, man. I be wondering why, like, a lot of the victims' families or other people, like, why they so cool with just being in front of the camera on that shit, talking about it, like, and you know what I'm saying? The reporters are stuffing in your face, like they don't give a fuck. Well, you grieving right now. You know
from that standpoint, they might want to be able to have that. You know, maybe it gives them some kind of closure or something. Maybe they want to use it to put their GoFundMe link on there or something. Yeah. You know, who knows? Everybody wants to talk. Everybody wants to talk to the media. You know,
response time by the police is horrible no matter what's going on, man. You got a good 30 minutes before anybody's pulling up, and that's too long. We got to do something about that across the board, man.
So there's a number of things that could be done. Ultimately, a lot of things are state-wise. Like starting July 1st in the state of Indiana, you don't need a pink card no more. You don't need a concealed carry. You don't need a license to carry no more. So in Indiana, you need the pink card if you want to open carry or conceal carry. It's good for both, you know. So in other states, it's an open carry state where you only need a permit to conceal carry, or there's constitutional carry states where you could just go buy a fucking gun and be like, woohoo, Wild West. So, but constitutional carry states seem to have lower gun violence because everybody's so used to everybody else having them.
You ain't gonna bust because you know what I'm saying.
You know everybody else got them. So in this state, when they pass the shit to do away with the license, now you can still get the license. I'm going to continue to have mine.
They said
that's not wrong shit. Yeah, that's wrong duties lately. So in Indiana,
not me, man.
I'm still going to get my license here because my license is recognized by 31 other states, or maybe 31 or 32 other states. So I could take my gun with me to 31 or 32 other states. Like when I go to Florida, I took that shit with me. You go up to the fucking counter at the airport, like, yo, I got a gun. They're like, okay, fill this little fucking big ass orange looking tag out. And then you just put it in your luggage There, boom. I got to fucking Miami, got my fucking bag, got my gun, put the clip in, cocked it, hopped in the rental car, boom. I'm walking around with thousands of $1,000 of jewelry. Somebody told me, why are you going to go on vacation to a place you have to take your gun? I don't have to take my gun. It's my right to have my motherfucking gun. So that's why I took my gun. Like, I could take it to Vegas with me, but Vegas is an open carry state. They don't recognize Indiana's license for some reason. So I just have to have it showing all the time. I'm not, bro, walk around with guns showing everywhere because you can't take it into casinos. So what's the point of taking it, right?
Right.
So anyway, and if I'm not doing that, I'm just sitting in fucking Skurlock's High anyway. Or going to a state park. Red Rock, I can't again have it as a fucking
Fire.
as a federal place, so you're not supposed to take your gun there, but whatever. But anyway, seriously, back to this bullshit. Bullshit as being that we're seriously looking at something that can't be fixed. We're not going to amend the Constitution anytime in our lifetime where there's more clear definitions of shit. There's states trying to be able so you can't have like ARs. Now, should ARs be for civilian use? You know, the whole thing about the Second Amendment is because if we have to, fucking go against the government, so shouldn't we be able to have the same weapons the government has? So we're not at a disadvantage if we have to fucking overthrow these guys if they get crazy. Like if some president want to be president for 40 years,
Is that an old concept though? Because how old is the Constitution now?
1776, right? 200 some odd years,
almost 5.
It's only been 200, 300.
I'm bad at math, so don't y'all ask me.
Almost 300 years.
Shit.
Well, when you figure we're in the 2000s, 1776 to 1996 is motherfucking, or 1776 to 1976 is 100 years or 200 years.
It's 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 240, almost 250 years.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost around the time where the American Empire is supposed to fall on average of all the empires.
Mm.
The average empire.
How do you know this stuff now?
Because I got degrees and shit, bro. What the fuck?
This dude just be typing shit into Google, random questions, asking Jeeps, everything.
Right.
And history will always repeat itself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's harder for empires to die out now because weapons and shit. We
got global warming, so hey.
So we people got other things to worry about than who's this world's superpower. Even though Russia wants to be, but anyway, back to it. What can realistically be done? Here's why there's not security at schools, because it's a state issue. The state has to come up with the funding to pay for security guards to be in.
That's what the student resource officers are. They
got security guards at Michigan Works. They got security guards at Michigan Works. I seen the other day at the little unemployment help you whatever. I dropped some food off the other day, and they got a security guard there. You can have one at school. They can afford to pay my man's.
Now, here's where we're going to get into the political aspect of that. For those of you watching the show that don't watch the show, and for those of you who are going to watch the show, we're live on Spotify every week. I'm a political scientist. I have a degree in political science. Here's the thing. It's a state thing. They'd have to raise taxes. They'd have to put that on the ballot for these residents to vote for, right? Or the governor just has to sign a law about it. The governor's not going to do it, and the people are going to vote it in because as much as they care for their kids, they're going to vote no.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and hit the red emergency act button and just start deducting that shit out of people's motherfucking checks, man.
The governor would have to do that.
What about don't we got a president for shit like that? Nah.
It's a state issue.
Biden bitch ass can't do shit about it.
Now, here's what Biden could do. Biden could be like, Biden can't do it state specifically. So Biden would have to get enough money. So he'd have to get enough congressmen and senators to vote and pass the shit through to give enough money for all the states to be able to do this. And then the states don't have to accept it.
Yeah.
Just like states
And then-
that accept the
Trees.
the unemployment money during the pandemic.
Weed too.
Well, one thing has to go to the House first, then the Senate. Like that thing.
Yeah.
Checks and balances.
Yeah. Yeah.
Checks and balances.
It would pass the House because there's
Right, but it would
overwhelmingly majority of Democrats in the House.
Right, but it wouldn't pass the
The
Senate.
Senate, it would stall. Because
Right.
there's like fucking what's that fucking faggot's name? Yeah, I said faggot. Old dude from West Virginia.
Mitt Romney, no, not Mitt Romney. Mitch McConnell.
Manchin. The Democrat. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fuck him. Bitch ass. Anyway. So that's what would have to happen for a president to do something. It'd have to go through all the fucking channels. That's why you can try to be mad at the president. No matter how bad the president is, you got to look at what the president, not what he did in his 4 years or his 8 years, or what about maybe look at what he tried to do, because they could try to do everything, but if the fucking House and the Senate don't pass it, it's never gonna fucking happen. So they could be like, I want to give $1 million to everybody, and everybody's like, yeah, but it's not gonna happen because the House and the Senate ain't gonna pass it.
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing's going to happen. There's not going to be national money sent out to each individual state to beef up security of schools. Like, why can't we take some military people? You know, the government can do that. The government could take actually they can't. It's also a state thing. The state could take like the fucking what's them motherfuckers called? The National
Guard.
They can send a National Guard from the cities to schools. Bro, guess what you're going to do from Monday through Friday, X time to X time? You're going to fucking be at the school. So
yeah, you could do that.
You could do that. But then you might get one of these overzealous motherfucking National Guard
Fucked
people
up ass,
that think they're
yeah.
fucking RoboCop
Yeah.
and end up
they
shooting
get the-
himself and the principal or some shit accidentally. So
Or shit they ass.
That's-
Or then like parents will be like, oh no, my child has to look at the military every day. Oh my god, like.
But a lot of
They
this
ain't
shit,
gonna say that now though.
a lot of this
They ain't
shit
gonna say
comes
that
back
now.
to being a state issue, and the state of Texas loves guns. The state of Texas is gonna do nothing whatsoever to impede your path to get a gun the easiest way possible. Indiana, a bunch of shit that could be done. We could do expanded background checks. We could do red flag laws. We could close the gun show loophole, which I think they did or in the process of doing. Because there's states you could go to a gun show and you don't got to show ID or nothing. You can just buy a gun from somebody at a booth. It's not even a booth. They're the fucking fucking little fucking table.
Like a flea market.
Like a flea market table. Here you go. They don't even got a motherfucking tablecloth on it. It's just like a plastic table. There's a gun. The gun could be any type of gun. It could look like a revolver from 1967 that they fished out of Lake Michigan and tried to restore. But guess what? You could buy it for $250 because it's for sale for $250.
Without an ID.
Here you go.
They
There's
don't
a gun.
ask you how old you are.
There's a gun. You know, Indiana don't even got a gun registry like that. You know? Like I could buy a gun. I could sell a gun to Rome. He don't got to report it. I don't got to report that I sold it to him. It's a good idea to leave a paper trail or have a paper trail for yourself. So if somebody that he sold it to and they sold it to somebody and they sold it to somebody and somebody got shot with it, it's going to come back to me first. Then I'm like, I'll sell it to Rome. Then they're going to go to Rome and Rome's going to be like, I sold it to Billy. And Billy going to be like, I sold it to Eddie. And Eddie's going to be like, I sold it to Terry. And Terry going to be like, I sold it to Irene. And Irene's going to be like, I shot my baby daddy.
Why the woman got to be the violent one?
Because maybe she was getting raped or something.
Yeah, why Irene though? Came up quick with Irene.
Yeah.
She
Irene.
Yeah.
That's how fast the fucking story turned.
Yeah, boom. So anyway, things can be done. Will they be done? Probably not. It's gonna take
Not in our life.
some type of radical fucking. Bro, Ted Cruz, I think.
Elon Musk can do it.
Oh, I was muted.
I do it, bro.
It's the females because you're unstable.
You believe in Elon?
No, I'm just saying. I believe in his bread. Shit.
He only has that money if the stocks do him
Yeah,
good.
no doubt.
The stock be dropping lately. Soon as that woman came out and said, this motherfucker's like, massage my dick. That stock said,
That shit was crazy.
Motherfuckers is crazy.
it didn't. I mean, it didn't drop a lot for normal people, but he lost billions upon billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like double-digit billions.
You want to hear a story about stocks? How sick I am? I had like, man, I put like $5,000 into AMC theaters right when the pandemic happened. It was like $9, and I think it was like less than that shit. And everybody was like, Dogecoin, Dogecoin, Dogecoin,
Mhm.
Dogecoin. So I was like,
I know exactly what you did because I did the exact same thing.
I was like, but the movie theaters is not popping right now, but they gonna come back. Listen to me. And they was like, Dogecoin, Dogecoin. So I was like, all right, fuck it, Dogecoin.
I sold all my AMC.
That shit went up to
And I
like
bought a
50
bunch of
some
those.
dollars. Man, I was crying. That was my way out the hood. we would have been rich, bro. I was mad as
You're like
hell.
a basketball player.
Yeah. You know what I did? You know what I did come up on? There's this weed company in Canada, and during the pandemic, they're the only major cultivator that was allowed to stay in business because Canada's their lockdown was so strict, like nobody could work. Like it was an essential worker for the weed company, but then they decided to let one do it because medicinal purposes.
Right.
Bro, I bought their shit at a split at 63 cents each, and I bought like 2,700 of them, and I cashed out at $37. And I was loving it. I was like, yeah, I bought a bunch of shit for the studio. Yeah, Studio B was all shit like that. And then I sold all my AMC joints, and that's what happened. But anyway, back to the main topic. Let's wrap up this topic. What do you think needs to be done, Bianca?
Well, I think this lies in the hands of Republicans. I do not okay, so the NRA, right?
Yes.
Their response to the situation is that no member of the NRA has never committed a crime or whatever, or something like that. So I don't know if you can necessarily go to the NRA, but I do feel that Republicans do have the power to change things, and I don't know what it will take, because Sandy Hook was a predominantly white, if not all white, mass school shooting. I know they really don't care about the Latinos or, in Uvalde, really. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that it starts with the Republicans, and if more Republicans go to their Republican senators and congressmen, things would change. But Republicans aren't going to change anything because they don't really care. So not really sure I can do anything more than just pray and, So there you go.
I'm going to research something like that. See, NRA donations.
Ted Cruz doesn't get that much. I think Mitt Romney gets the most. I was just looking at that.
But I think 13 million.
Yeah, and Ted Cruz only gets maybe 100,000 or 200,000. So I really don't know if that's the NRA. You can look for help with them.
Which senators have benefited the most from NIR money? Yep. Definitely Mitt Romney, $13 million. 400 deaths per year, gun deaths per year in his state. I got to share this shit. Hold on.
I just looked at that.
Let me bring this up right quick. Look at this shit.
That white devil come up out of you quick, though.
And I didn't know Mitt Romney was in Utah, so
Yeah. But look at Richard Burr, North Carolina, $7 million. Let's round it up, fucking $13,000 to $7 million. 1,400 gun deaths a year in his state. Marco Rubio, Florida, 3.3 million, 2,500 gun deaths a year in his state. Let's go back. Where's Mike Braun, Indiana? 1.2 million. 1,021 deaths, gun deaths in the state of Indiana. And I wonder how many of them are in the region.
Okay.
I'm looking for Illinois. Illinois is an all Democratic state, so there's going to be nobody from Illinois with anything from fucking NRA, and there's not. Let's see the state with the most. Probably Florida. State with the most gun deaths is probably Texas.
Ted Cruz.
$176,274 Ted Cruz got from the NRA. The gun deaths in the state of Texas
The
per
most.
year last year, 3,647. Holy shit! The Wild West on that bitch.
Shooting the shit out of motherfuckers.
And unfortunately, I have a friend from high school. Her sister was killed and murdered.
No California on here either.
Texas, because they're different. I think they're only doing They only give to Republicans.
That's crazy.
I wonder how many cartel deaths account for that number.
I don't know.
You know, I mean, smoke.
That's crazy.
They get rid of niggas.
What but realistically, what do you want to? What do you think realistically could be done?
That's hard to say. That's hard to say without taking into account everything. But I definitely feel like it should be armed personnel at schools. I don't see why. You know, it's definitely at some schools. So why not the kids?
There's never been a mass shooting in the hood like that.
Well, there have been,
but probably on some gang shit. But it wasn't like somebody just randomly walking in, airing out little kids.
There was a gun threat in Gary at a charter school this past week, just a threat or whatever. And there's been a lot of threats in the region in the Maryville schools this year. There have been several gun threats at the middle school, I believe. Maybe the high school too, but definitely at the middle school. So even threats are just like scuttlebutt and people talking, or these kids. Like I don't understand the kids of today. I don't understand.
It's just really hard to say. What can we do to prevent somebody from going crazy like this? Like, is there anything that we can do? Not really, man.
That can be done on that part.
Yeah.
I think that what you got to really do is protect the schools like the government protects the money.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers ain't getting killed in banks, so why not protect these kids?
Well, they
like
do get killed in banks.
I mean,
they
but
do.
But
not a bunch of people.
Right.
But
you feel me?
Tell me a bank robbery where there have been 19 kids killed.
Yes, right.
Tell me one where 19 bank tellers were killed.
Here's the thing.
Where they just slip a thing.
Here's a question.
Protect the kids like you want to protect that money. Then, you know what I mean? Like, why not? Why wouldn't you? These motherfuckers ain't worried about that. They worry about their money.
Like you need 4 exits and entrances in a school. That's really all.
The police are fucked in this.
Depending on the size of the school,
they're fucked.
A high school,
bad.
If you got
It took
4
y'all an hour
entrances
to
and
get
exits
in?
or more in your school, and you got 1 resource officer, that's not going to work unless all the doors are locked. Instead of 1 and you get hard out there. But you should be buzzing everybody in.
I want chains on all the damn doors.
Okay, Joe Clark.
Put chains on all the doors. What's the full song?
But the fucked up thing, nothing's going to change. The only thing that's going to change is the death toll of these poor children that are a casualty of America's love with guns.
I have a question. Are parents to blame? The only reason I'm asking is because the last 2 shooters were 18. Now, legally, I guess when you turn 18, you're an adult. But in the big scheme of things, like, is there something that their parents could have
but it's like,
No.
yeah, you blame. Some blame goes on the parents, for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean,
But at the same time, though, like if you're a good parent and your kids having issues outside that that you might not even know about, kids are real good at hiding that. Imagine the mind frame you was at when you were 16, 15, 14. You know what I'm
On
saying?
the
Nobody,
dick.
that's what I try to do.
nobody can tell you shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's but these kids or young men usually start exhibiting some type of evil traits, I'll say, even in their younger days. And there's a big difference between being a growing boy and fucking throwing the cat against the wall.
Very true. Very true.
Drowning a cat in a tub.
Very true.
There's
Oh shit.
if this shooter, if he was quiet now, he's more than likely been quiet his whole life. He's probably just
You
displayed-
sound disturbed.
displaying some type of disturbing qualities way before this.
And
So
when
the
listening
further
to,
back you go, probably the more stuff you're gonna find.
but the main thing of the story that kind of like struck me listening to what you said was just the prop door. That's what blew my mind out of anything.
Yeah, that's
It's an inside job. It's not just one person. I don't know who was set up by, whether it's another student knew about it, was another teacher knew about it, but that kid did not have. He didn't do that shit by himself. When I go to the school, my son's school, they want me to show my ID. I'd be like, bitch, you know who I am. You see me in this bitch 2 times a week, open the door. Like that's
different. It's different where you go though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
Like out here, if I go to my
that's-
if I go to my
that's tough
niece's
for me to-
school,
It's tough for me to blame the teacher on that one, man.
if I go to my niece's school out here, I
Not
got
a
first.
who propped the door open?
Then
Who
go
propped
back.
the
Teacher, they
So that-
Didn't the teacher went out to see what happened about the car crash or something? Is that
Something
how
like
she went up?
maybe.
Okay, so
The case
you're
is propped open probably because it's hot in that motherfucker.
but you're not supposed to prop the door. The whole
I get
door
it.
is supposed to
I
be
get it.
locked.
I get
That's
it.
against the rules. That defeats the
I get
purpose
it.
of the camera at the door.
Nobody's expecting
see,
the
that-
school
that's-
shooter to come through
That's
the back
why.
door.
See, the teacher propped the door open because the teacher went to get something.
But he's
Okay.
fucked.
Okay.
You're not supposed,
Yeah,
you're not supposed
yeah,
to do that though.
Definitely.
You're not allowed to do that though. Why
She
have
could have
cameras?
They could have went out the
Yeah,
front door and
that's
got
why-
buzzed back
more-
in.
That's
and
crazy
the
blame,
rule.
though, dog.
But he's whoever propped that door open is gonna get French fried
But yup,
McDonald's style.
that teacher
Out
is
of
about to get it, just like the police department.
I feel sorry. That teacher's gonna get it before the police department. You know what I'm saying? Because that defeats the whole purpose of the Ring camera at the door when you go to school. So fuck it. Hot or not, you can't prop no doors open, man. Because people doing
Definitely liable.
yeah, that's a default right there by everything.
We be eating shit.
That's crazy.
That motherfucker gonna have an onslaught of avalanche.
Oh,
of
is that
problems.
shrimp?
Probably prop that same
No.
door open, you know what I'm saying, 30
Coffee
times
cake.
a day or some shit.
Yeah, and then one time,
No,
that's your ass, Mr.
It's time.
Postman.
that's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Bro, I've been sent out to school by the teacher to go to the teacher's car to get something.
Exactly.
So, and especially in a
door
small
open.
community like that, that's not
Yeah.
uncommon.
That ain't.
Is it right?
That's tough.
No.
The teacher,
That's
the people in the front office was so cool.
My
about
mom
that.
used to keep the door propped when she went to go take her cigarette breaks. So, like,
Yeah, they used to let me leave the school to go take a shit because the school was right next to my house. So I used to be like, "Hey, Mr. Floor,
I used to have the door open with a big old industrial fan in that motherfucker.
I have a bathroom." She'd be like, "All right, Mr. Moses, hurry back."
Air conditioning.
Walk right out to school. Come back an hour
Yeah,
later.
there's nothing every day that's going to be done. There's going to be a bunch of bickering back and forth on both sides of the aisle. There's no the city can't just put guards there because it's not in the budget. To get money for the budget, the state got to give them the money. The state's not going to give money unless the money is approved. The state's not going to approve the money. On a national level, like we were just talking about, they can't just send money to an individual state. They got to send it blanketly.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say
exactly.
the money.
That's what we were talking about. We need more expanded universal background checks. We need red flag laws. If you got called, the cops got called on you, you got arrested or anything with any mental type shit in the last 7 years, you should have to get reevaluated if you want to buy a gun.
Yeah.
But
You know,
see,
if you were,
I
if you
wonder,
were,
did he have
no,
an IEP?
if you were on any type of like bipolar medication, should you have a gun?
but if that door wasn't propped
Should
open,
your life be
then what
revoked?
would have happened? What would have happened if the door wasn't propped open?
Or at least like I don't know, the time period for you to be able to get a gun should be longer. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a felon. I can't have a gun, so I fuck.
Yeah.
It should piss me off anyway. You feel me? So
It's your fault.
I'm saying they letting everybody else have guns. They should let us, you know what I'm saying, have guns too.
Well, certain felons can get their records expunged and have guns again, but you can't do that. So you just got to take one for your own team, motherfucker.
That teacher about to be working at
Your
Walmart.
wife gotta have a gun.
Hey, he gonna be a Walmart greeter in about 2 weeks.
Well,
Shit. Be like, can I have a slingshot? You might be able to get a
Man,
slingshot, bro.
a musket.
Edit it.
Talk about-
Gotta pack that motherfucker down with the gunpowder.
But you know what? You
But,
can't say the money's there. The money's out there, man. Because, and I ain't trying to get into it real deep, but if somebody can go buy a fucking Twitter, dog, you know what I'm saying? The money's around, man. Somebody just gotta put it up. If people really cared about security in schools and wanted better this and better that, somebody got pockets is deep enough out there. You know what I'm saying? Who's just gonna come out the cheese? You know what I'm saying?
Nobody. That's the problem.
When somebody come out the cheese, then we're just gonna have to wait and see. So,
but yeah, it's the money's there's ways to get the money, but it's never gonna happen. What is it worth? Is it really worth all these kids that have died in the last? Like you can even go back all the way back to Columbine. If you want, how many kids have died since then?
oh, check this out. Let me tell you this shit, man. Hold on a second. I forgot about this shit.
They probably got worse.
But
Like Indiana, July 1st. Guess what? Fuck it.
So my son gets in trouble at school a couple weeks ago, and he's walking home from school, and I guess him and a couple of his friends was throwing rocks at somebody. You know what I'm saying? And it was this guy and this girl that was walking, and I guess the girl got hit with a rock. And I'm not tripping. I guess, you know, of course people can be pissed. Everybody got in trouble. Woo, woo, woo. But what got me was the girl pulled out some mace and sprayed all the boys. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is like, didn't bitches come out of school? What's she doing in school with a fucking mace? Mace spray. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on with that? And the crazy part. Right, like
can't really fault her for that either.
I can't really fault her with that, but like we giving kids mace, you can take mace to school. Like
You're just gonna use it on another kid.
It ain't about the situation. Like you're right. You know what I'm saying? Somebody fucking with you, yeah, whatever. But we strapped at the school with mace, like that's okay.
It's
Yeah.
that's
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to take mace to school. It's okay.
It wasn't in 2004, 2005.
Why is it okay to take mace to school?
Oh yeah, look at this motherfucker.
But it's not okay to take a knife to school. But it's not okay to take you know what I'm saying? Well, like you gotta pick your battles here. Like
also, I have to take into account that it's a young woman, and the history of men is that they take advantage of young women, and so
like
what if herself is well within her rights.
Okay, but let black kid take mace to school and spray somebody. His ass is torched and guy. So now it goes to race. You know what I'm saying? Like gender justifies weapons. That's what I'm saying. That's how deep it goes. So it's like at the end of the day is you're not allowed to have.
Hey, you know how we stop fucking these white school shootings? Send all the kids to hood schools.
Nah, you send them all the motherfucking. If you really want the shit to stop,
that won't work.
You go private school, and every school make all them niggas wear uniforms across
all the hood schools.
Everybody look like the little Japanese kids in anime wearing the same shit. And you ain't no problem.
Most.
They got metal detectors when you walk in that bitch.
Catholic school is not the answer. We were savages.
I was there too in Gary. I was in the Catholic.
Where you go? Where you go?
The name.
But all schools nowadays, when these new schools are getting built, all these old schools
Let me
they
ask
should
my
be
mom. I'm asking my
retrofitted.
mom right now, Bianca.
At all major entrances, there should be metal detectors. There should be at least 2 school resource officers. There should be 1 school resource officer per 300 students.
And a county cop at every location.
You know, so they need to figure something out. Like this, it's getting worse and worse. But Skurlock got a fucking story. One time, he says he shouldn't even be able to have a gun. Just between the FBI and Trump incident and the last court cases for the deadly threats. He had the FBI show up at his crib, and he was in a weed coma and shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. If you want gun control, give all the black guns. They will try to control the shit out of it. Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
But yeah, it's something that's never gonna be. It's just gonna get worse. It's gonna be fucked up. It's just gonna get worse. Sad to say. Just gonna get worse.
That's hard, man. That's hard to take, man. We couldn't protect our babies, man. As a society, we ain't figured that out, man.
You know what? You know what's gonna happen.
It's fucked up.
You know what's gonna happen. You know, Vegas is real cool. Like Vegas school system isn't very good, but they have a shitload of good ass charter schools. Like there's charter schools everywhere in Vegas. You know, find one, and there's no residency requirements for having to live close in that school's district. You can live anywhere in the city.
No, so everything is school by choice. Everything is school by choice out there.
For the most part, yeah. So,
is there schools by the strip?
What's up?
Is there schools by the strip?
Yeah, older schools. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's charter schools too, but charter schools are going to jump at this chance to appeal to parents now because they're going to be like, "Yo, we about to put motherfucking. We're going to have security here. We're going to have security."
Bye, oh mom.
Bianca said bye.
Bye, dog. Salute.
So yeah, but fucking, that's what it's gonna take. Like it's gonna take money. It's gonna take gun. Like everything needs to change. Like this isn't the 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s anymore. You know, the world is changing. Some of the laws have to adapt. So they're adapting all the other laws. Why not adapt and amend other laws? Will the Constitution be amended on that? It may be not in our lifetime. It'll be further down the road, if anybody.
Listen, so this kind of where I want to get to it though. What do you think about like today's America? Because it seems like we on like an uptick of, you know what I'm saying, these mass shootings, and especially the school shootings. Like it seemed to be ramping up. Like what do you think? What do you think has like changed or ramped it up?
The desensitization, is that a word?
Yes.
Of just the regard for human life.
These kids playing these fucking video games all day.
And see, I don't want to
everything.
That's a part of it.
Grant that thought.
Fortnite, I didn't know Fortnite was that. I thought it was just a dance game, you know. But I'm like, oh my god. So, that's an issue too. I think these kids today don't respect themselves. They don't respect others. And there's something. Maybe there was something in the water in the 2000s when these people were conceived. And I'm being totally honest. Totally honest, because like I said, the level of bullying is different from my bullying. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what that's about, because I can handle getting talked about. You know what I'm saying? Nobody put their hands on me. I didn't have fights until high school at a Catholic school. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think it's just like our culture.
I remember us fighting, but you know,
Mine's got the munchies.
It just seems like as a whole, like are we talking about all over the country? It's been more and more and more, and the frequency between them has gotten shorter. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? Are we still post-pandemic? People are, you know what I'm saying, still fucked up mentally. Like, what the fuck is going on?
It's a combination of a little bit of everything. I don't put too much stock into video games and shit like that, like some people do, for the simple fact
Yeah.
that there's been all types of. You could go back to the history of kids playing, and they've all played, whether it was cowboys and Indians or cops and robbers, where they're depicting each other shooting
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
There's guns have always been big in this culture from the beginning,
Okay.
whether it's BB guns, cap guns,
Yeah,
Nerf
that's
guns,
why.
water guns.
That's
Paint
why
guns,
it's
Nerf
best
guns.
games.
You know, so
That's why. You know what I'm saying?
there's but there's been all types of shit that didn't lead to violence throughout the history. Why pin it on it now? Does it have some kids? It would have an effect, I think, but more mentally if there are not in touch with reality and type shit, like a little kid grabbing a gun, you know, like a little kid, you know, like we see a lot of instances of 2, 3, 4-year-olds shooting a brother or sister or something, you know. Of course, that's unfortunate, just as like fucking everything, but just like Skurlock just said, it's into society, like it's embedded in American culture. Remember, we're a country that got sent by another country to establish and told that country that no, this is ours now. Okay,
Facts.
so we've always had that rebellious thing. So even the laws that we do have, not everybody's going to abide by them. The tougher it is to make to get a gun, just drives the price up.
Yep.
And people like to make money. So, but it's all fucked up. But let's move on, because we've been on this thing for a while, and we could keep talking circles about this shit as much as we want, because nothing's ever going to change. But let's get into mine, Rome's, Bianca's, Moses, everybody's favorite motherfucking segment. Let's go.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
Aww.
Bro, what's up with her head?
Oh,
It looks like her head got implants in it.
Oh, she was fighting someone over drugs. She doesn't have her top teeth, so I'm going with drugs.
Very good. Very good. Also, a little bit of death metal hair there. For sure.
Man, what the fuck?
Very strong jawline.
That is lumped up. Look, that's some lumps.
Yeah.
Somebody mollywopped her.
Tanya, what man? It looked like she neglected her husband and he beat her up. Lumped up her head and then she stabbed him.
I mean, if they didn't let her put her teeth on. Because then her jaw wouldn't be that, that strong. Like,
I'm gonna go with
maybe she ain't got no teeth.
Methamphetamine for
methamphetamines for $1,000, Alex.
methamphetamine for $800, Alex. Yeah.
What'd you think, Bianca?
oh yeah, I said meth from the jump. Drugs.
Right.
I'm going
And
with
battery.
why, because I think she got an accident while being drunk. Possession of cocaine or narcotic drug.
Damn, I was kind of.
You're almost close. She don't look like a cocaine addict.
Bro, the death metal hair is.
Oh, where the
screaming
fuck Big Red? What a Big Red?
Hey sis.
Tessa. What Tessa do?
Theft.
Tessa. She definitely got her tax check stolen by her baby daddy.
I was just about to say she did something for his ass and he left her, so she the one that got caught and she's supposed to take the bid. That's why she said.
She definitely drives a Honda.
No, she drives
Civic.
a fucking Ford Fusion. That's the new ones. They took over for the Ultimas. Ford Fusion is the one.
Well, I don't think she was really an Altima. She needed like at least a Dodge Stratus or something like that.
She drive a Grand Dam.
Mm.
4-door.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh man. Yeah, Altimas. She had an Altima. You knew what it was. Dodge Neon.
I want to say fraud. She looks a little fraudy.
She looked like a
I
fraud.
said, yeah.
Bianca, you've been waiting to get a fraud right since we started this. Where's
Um,
Mo?
I just-
Oh no, he don't want to play.
I just feel that like she got stuck with something. So this could even be like drug trafficking.
She's stealing. She a thief. That bitch
What you
stealing.
keep getting up for?
Huh? Man, I'm over here on the scale, man. My bad.
Tell old girl to hold on.
Nah, man, I'm over here doing some shit. She be stealing.
Bro,
Then maybe she ain't the one.
have live show. Don't YSL us.
He was talking. I think he was talking about that's what.
He was talking about his weight, y'all.
I know. Fat
Wait.
ass.
Yeah.
Anyway, what'd you say, Bianca?
I'm gonna go with drug trafficking.
What'd you say?
She was driving drunk.
I gotta go with that too. Family offense, neglect of a dependent. She looks
Oh,
like she don't
She
take
look
care
like
of
the
her
type. Okay.
Yep.
She look like the type.
I see a neck tattoo on a bitch.
Oh.
Hey sis.
She looked like she clap her hands when she talk.
Okay, and does this all day.
Kind of look like a dude though.
Catch
Hey.
me outside. How about that?
She got on a baby fat jacket.
Look at them baby hairs laid, sis. Come on.
Baby fat jacket.
She got a big ass forehead.
Boots with the furs. Come on.
Kind of look like a dude though. I feel like got a twin brother.
Sabrina Kruger, Freddie's daughter.
But she's been jumped in the gang. Yeah.
She wasn't jumped. She was fucked in. Okay, look at her. Look at her.
She might have been the one fucking. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
she she was doing the fucking.
Shit.
Tap my neck, nigga. I'm in the game now.
It looked like her dad, a Latin king. So she was probably blessed in because of her family. So she probably didn't get, but then she probably started fucking. Well, yeah. You know.
But she looked like she could roll a mean joint though.
No, she rolling blunts.
Yep. She wearing Dutches.
Oh hell no. You can't come to my crib.
All right. What you think she did, Mose? Okay, Bianca.
Prostitution.
Okay.
That's I don't want to say that though. Cocaine. She got the coke.
I want to say, man, gang-related activities or something, but fuck. She definitely, I'm going to go with stealing, like conversion or something. Let's see. Domestic battery. Yep.
Yeah.
She was beating somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Man, we ain't getting nothing tonight. We suck at this today. Oh, that dude looked like a caveman. Where'd he go? Maybe just all the faces coming together. Maybe thought, oh shit! What the fuck happened to her face?
Oh shit!
Holy fucking! What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's some like genetic something.
That look.
It looked like somebody hit her in the face with the
She
iron.
she looked like
No, those are like cysts and
Four.
stuff.
Yeah, on the real. Yeah.
She'll make fun of her.
Damn.
But damn.
I'm not.
You got arrested for it.
Goonie face ass.
Shit.
Indian tattoo face ass.
OWI.
OWY. OWY. Do you leave the house? I'm going with OWI too. Either that, or she got caught scaring small children. What you think?
In public. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna say it's a domestic situation.
All right, let's see. Dealing cocaine or narcotic drug.
Okay.
Big Mama Lisa
Griselda.
holding the G down.
Okay. You know what?
Okay, she looks
Okay.
scary.
She still looked like a fucking character off Gotham. Shit was crazy.
Oh, we did him last week. The sleeping
Penguin's
guy.
baby mama.
Oh, she was
Oh,
crying.
shit.
What was that? Gigi. OWI.
high.
That's OWI.
Nah, yeah, cocaine.
She's high.
OWI. Finally. Where's like there ain't no bunch of like I'm disappointed in the people that are getting arrested right now.
Do you ever look at Porter County?
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Meth, hypodermic
Meth.
needle.
Math.
Looks like she got rabies.
She been doing that black tar heroin face
Mm-hmm.
ass.
I'm definitely gonna say methamphetamine.
They found her with the needle.
What you think, Mose?
Meth. See,
Okay, let's see what it
heavy
is.
scab, meth.
Possession of cocaine or narcotic drug.
It's coke tonight.
It's a coconut. Oh shit. Oh shit. This bitch.
Yeah. Damn.
Whoa, what the fuck?
She got the wrong foundation on.
She like, oh girl, what's that? Man, what's that movie? Where teacher had that fucking the weight belt, Matilda, whatever.
She does not look like the Trunchbull.
But I'm going opposite because every time we say meth is coke, so I'm gonna say coke.
Yeah, look at the pupils dilated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's either that or shrooms.
They didn't come back for the cocaine.
What
They
you think,
came
Bianca?
back for the base.
OWI. Just because her
O's?
foundation is
Cocaine.
Cocaine, Rome,
She had been sniffing coke
Yep.
the whole time. That's what it
possession,
was.
or just
Or
intent.
Or I mean it could be a OWI.
Possession, cocaine, or narcotic drug.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's only 32 years old.
Oh.
In the game early.
She was getting smutted out.
Damn.
He said,
Let's see. Let's try what Bianca says. Oh shit!
That is some wild.
I hope I don't know anyone.
Now, let me introduce you to homeless Jesus.
Hobo Steve.
He looks
Toothless.
like
Heavy.
lineman.
Foo.
That's an offensive lineman for the Cincinnati Bengals.
For
He
the
got one
rejects.
tooth just sticking
For
out
the
prominently.
rejects. The replacement players.
Yeah, replacement. I got cheese.
Like here you go.
Yeah, cheeseburgers.
We switched from Lake County to
Looked
Porter
like he
County,
lived
and this
in a
guy,
bomb shelter
bro, he looks like he ate the bomb
In his mouth.
on Mario.
in his mouth, and it blew up when he started chewing it. I'm gonna go with OWI. Rome, what do you say?
He's dazed and confused.
DV.
Domestic violence.
Yeah.
What you say, Mose?
Man, I think he's off the base. Yeah, we're gonna go with cocaine.
Okay, Bianca.
He didn't register on the sex offender, violent offender registry.
Okay,
I
let's find
didn't?
out.
I forgot. Look at his face.
Domestic battery, Mr. Meaner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rom's like he looks like
Everybody on the board but me.
he looks like a beater. I know a squealer when I see one.
Bro, it's some wild faces.
I know.
Oh my
shit.
gosh.
Go to Pato. Oh,
Right.
that's gang violence. That shit was gang banging. Fucking
Intimidation. He looked like he tried to intimidate somebody
Drink
right there.
I drank 6-4 locos tonight. It's fucking over.
I don't know. I want to say intimidation.
Fucking
But I'm gonna say
gang activity.
I'm gonna say drugs.
Don't you know I'm
To
local?
distribute cocaine, maybe. Something to do with cocaine. What do you say, Mose?
Gang activity, man.
Bianca?
Rape.
Rome?
Gun.
Damn, Bianca.
Gun.
OWI.
Oh shit.
We're gonna do a couple more just because it's New Porter County and they look kind of look. What's this motherfucker looking at? Damn,
bro.
Whoa. I wonder if he's related to Rev.
He looked like a big dude too.
Look like Red Fox off of fucking Harlem Nights. Talking about 7. 7. I'm about 7.
That's crazy.
Big Ron, you said
he looked like one of the faces on the Monstars and shit.
Oh,
yeah, basketball.
The blue one. The blue one.
Yeah. That shit crazy.
Well, he looked like he looked like they used his head as a basketball. Speaking of Monstars, he definitely he probably got arrested for DUI even though he wasn't drunk because he was probably swerving because his eyes are looking different ways.
Oh man.
But I'm going with OWI. Mose?
Shit, man. That's one hell of a line. So yeah, we gonna go with OWI. Yeah, he's a drinker.
Bianca.
Rape.
Okay.
Well, damn.
I see where you're going with this, Bianca.
Maybe of an
And
animal.
I think he sexually assaulted a woman. That's what I think.
I'm going with OWI. Let's see what Crooked Eye Robert did. OWI.
Wow. You're killing me, Smalls.
I feel like he could be a wrestler too.
Like, welcome to the big show.
Go down.
Go to my man from fucking
Hey, why does it hey.
You want to be like me, Razor Ramon?
Hey, you know the first thing
You
that came
want
to mind
to talk
when I
to
seen
the
his face?
ladies like me, Razor Ramon?
You know the first thing that came to mind when I seen his face? New Jersey.
Right.
You want to talk with the girls?
That's like a visual representation of Jersey.
Chris Marks a Santi face ass.
Wait, hold on.
Right.
Oh, I don't got the pack no more. Dog.
Yeah, if he had
Hey.
plastic surgery. But anyway.
I hate that he's gonna be the guy that works on my car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be mad as hell
They used
because
to be walking around like this on grease.
slick as hell to me
Cigarette.
and shit.
Hey,
Like,
Bianca, they had a cigarette in their arm like grease and shit, dog.
Yep.
Big ass cigarette pack.
yeah.
Like bitch Marlboros, bitch.
Pack it.
Oh, dog.
Oh,
It looks like he
man.
says, "What are you gonna do?"
What are you gonna do?
All the time. Well, what are you gonna do? What do you think, Mose?
Do it. Do it.
Forget about it.
Do it. Forget about it. Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, his hair budget is crazy.
I think he likes to choke women, so I want to say domestic violence.
Damn.
He looks like he has a mean power.
Right. Bianca?
He's giving me Joey Botafuco vibes, like he
Yeah,
cheated on his
yeah.
wife. But since OWI has been winning, and I want to get on the board. We're gonna say OWI just for the hell of
Funny
it.
as hell.
Yeah, it's either drugs or alcohol, and I'm gonna be safe and go with OWI.
Cocaine.
Let's see what it is. OWI.
Yeah, he definitely was drunk at the country bar.
What are the final numbers for tonight, Bianca?
Rob, I believe you have 3. Mose has 2. Rome has 1, and I have 1.
Yeah. And just for fun, let's scroll through a couple of faces. What did this crazy looking guy do? He looked like
That's my
he
man
got
from
mad
Bright.
that his parents called him down for dinner and he threw his Xbox at his mom's head.
That's Zelda.
Mom, I don't want meatloaf
Yeah,
today.
he definitely looks like Zelda or a
Possession?
vampire.
Possession of methamphetamine.
Yeah. That guy's definitely an
Oh,
inspiring actor.
OWI. Oh, yeah,
Robert.
definitely.
Robert gets it.
She looks like my neighbor.
This motherfucker, that's
Like-
OWI.
Chopped the
Domestic
tree.
battery.
He looks like it.
What's he do?
Drugs.
Dang, it's crazy.
Theft with Pryor.
Oh, she's just going around
Ooh.
stealing.
What did the Don do? He looked racist.
I didn't. Yeah,
He looked racist. as
like
shit.
Clint Eastwood, he
Sexual
does
violence.
OWI.
Oh, wow.
This motherfucker high as
Bro.
hell.
that. Yeah.
Blow. Child exploitation. Hey,
He
if
look
you
like
guys
the type-
see if you see
creepy
Patrick-
ass bitch ass nigga.
if you see Patrick around anywhere, kick him right in the fucking dick.
SpongeBob.
If you can find it.
SpongeBob.
He definitely got OWI. He got OWI for weed though. Look at his eyes.
That's where Kishi.
Oh shit. She got 3 kids with 4 different baby daddies. OWI though. Ooh, he racist too.
That's the lady from Monsters.
Battery.
That's the lady from Monsters Inc. who processed all the stuff.
Stop it.
He's sorry
Yeah,
for what
I
he
think
did.
I had 2 today.
Okay.
Rom, you had
Well,
0, dog.
Thanks for tuning in to name that charge because we do that and we talk shit. We're bullies,
Want a gangbang?
but it's
with us?
funny. We really just be bullying the fuck out of people on that shit.
Yeah, man.
But it's funny. Fuck it. Anyway, the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case is done. It's being handed to the juries. We should get a verdict sometime this week. I wonder how long it'll take. I think we've all are on Team Depp right now, and I think we all could agree that Amber Heard is a crazy cunt of a bitch.
That's the right side, I believe.
I think they're both guilty of domestic violence in some shape or form.
But that's already been proven, though, right?
I don't know.
In the closing statements, Johnny Depp's lawyer plays like a phone recording between Johnny Depp and old girl, and she's just like, "Yeah, I hit you, but I didn't punch you. I should have hit you the right way. You're such a punk. Why couldn't you just be a man?" Da 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 da. And the attorney is just like, "What if it was Johnny saying all of those things to her?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So
It basically comes
That's
down
crazy.
to
yeah,
this kind of proves that she was a domestic abuser.
Right.
yeah.
I think he may have maybe slapped her around, maybe here or there at some point, but I don't think that it was any of the times that she claimed that he did. I think she tried to capitalize later on that he had hit her before or something. They had a very volatile relationship. They probably shouldn't have been together, but Johnny Depp has a history of picking women that he necessarily shouldn't be with. So it'll be interesting to see what the jury does. From what I seen, I would be like, Johnny, give him all the money. Give him all the money. He's never gonna get it because she ain't got it, and nobody's gonna hire her anymore.
Right.
So it's not like she can start doing porn, but they don't pay, and I don't want to even see her get fucked.
He, I think, does this help his career? Does he like move forward now because of it, like directly.
In a way,
Like what is it about? Is it about restoring his image?
He's done.
He probably gonna beat the next girl.
He's done, bro. His career's over with, bro.
no, I don't think so.
Nah, it's not over.
It's definitely not done.
It's not over. I don't even think Shorty career gonna be over.
Well, she's not that. She's not that. He's actually a good actor. She's not very good.
She's not that good.
Yeah.
His shit is tainted. His shit is tainted, man. Once
Bro,
you do some shit
not at all. There's been people that's done worse. Robert Downey Jr. did worse.
Yeah.
Man, Jack
Robert
Sparrow.
Downey. In fact, Robert Downey Jr. is gonna fucking wants to cast him in Sherlock Holmes 3.
Jack Sparrow had his days, though.
No, he's gonna be fine.
Especially after this, he gonna be good.
Because now he could turn around and sue Disney.
She that shit crazy like that. She that bad. She up there lying and shit like my man.
Oh yeah.
That's how she look on stage and shit up there on the stand.
But I understand that's him.
I ain't seen it, so I'm asking. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because he a talented actor, and for something like that to taint his reputation, you know what I'm saying? Especially
yeah.
Bitch, you going and writing articles about me and you was beating on me. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that shit. You done made me lose money. They trying to cancel me and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up.
She was just trying to beat him to the punch so he didn't file some shit. Is what it was. And she orchestrated so many things. They had to do for TMZ, like she called us and told us to be there at a certain time.
That's crazy. That's some wild, wild west Hollywood shit, bro.
Crazy.
That's
crazy.
what that is.
But it's all wrapped up. I think the fucking jury's like, I think the jury thinks she's batshit crazy.
Hell yeah.
So I think they'll side with Johnny.
They're looking all types of wild.
Yeah.
It ain't.
I don't think it's sequestered. I don't think they threw him in a fucking because it was anonymous. So I don't think it's sequestered them. I think they were allowed to go home. So they're doing. You're not supposed to read about it, but you know they did.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably like, yeah, this bitch. They're probably noticing shit they didn't notice. Oh shit, this bitch is crazy. So next week's episode, we will finally wrap this whole saga up because we'll have a verdict. And we'll go on from there.
Can't wait for the Law and Order. Definitely gonna come out.
In other news, this week, T.I.'s kid walked into the Waffle House and
oh my god,
wasn't pleased and had a entitled meltdown. I guess we could say. Can we say that? Is it safe to say?
After graduating, being an honors student.
What happened?
Let me think about the judgment on the entitled part.
What was the meltdown first before you say that?
Hold on.
We can show.
We could show that. Let me find it.
Show that.
What's his name? King, ain't it?
King Harris.
Yeah, he said some things to a wait staff employee that like basically it was a stunt on him. I don't know what happened before that caused him to say any of the stuff that he did, but bro, like you clowning and you went live the whole time, like basically trying to start a fight with the employees in the restaurant.
Trying to get a moment.
Yeah. Like that shit was weird.
Yeah. It don't make you look hard. It don't make you look less whack. Cause I'm sorry, you know, like,
Like it looked like a stunt, but why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you go live like that though?
Let's play it.
Cause he's 18 and stupid.
I mean, this ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything, like, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name? My name King. You know it, and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Fire your shit. What? On game what?
He gonna play with the wrong one.
Come on. We out here. We out here. I'm outside. I'm outside. Come on, shake some. Come
You
on,
look like a
shake
fucking
some.
Muppet, baby.
Come on, shake some. Hey, get your employees. Get your employees. Yeah, something in this. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. And you still talking inside though. You still talking inside though. Why you inside? You can't stop me from doing shit. Let me get my food. Thank you.
You still trying to get food?
Talking like that, like that.
That came me outside.
Wait till I get back and see him late night.
Man.
Wait till I slap him. Alright, yeah, wait till I come back from my mother late night. And then it's just you and I slap you up. Yeah.
As he get in the back seat.
Yeah.
He was acting like his daddy.
Look,
I definitely see his daddy doing that exact same shit.
But I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to say I don't either, but yeah, I see him doing the same shit.
Bro, he swung. This fool swung on Floyd Mayweather. He's a goofy. He and I love T.I.
I don't see Clifford going off in the Waffle House. Maybe he would have had a rant to his viewers outside the Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? But
well, it's different context of it too, and you gotta think that this boy is young.
Okay.
He acting like his daddy.
I know his mama needs to give him a
I see his
spanking.
father doing everything.
Yeah,
he be going live now.
Yeah,
talking shit. He acting like his daddy. That's why his daddy ain't had nothing to say about it. He like told him, son, you know how you talk. Son.
Well, the overall video of T.I.'s response, where he didn't condone it, but he also tried to make excuses of why it was done in a weird way. But yeah,
cool.
I don't feel like hearing T.I. talk for that long, so I'm not playing his video.
Yeah, hell no.
Yeah, man, that shit is childish as shit, man, bro. I would have whooped this. I smacked the shit out of him for going on social media like that and running his mouth in the motherfucking store in the first place, bro. Like, come on, man.
Taking your phone away. I'll break your phone in front of you.
Man, these niggas is grounded to 2026 over here. So niggas are scared. I told the kids, man, they came back to the crib. I was like, y'all should have went to my grandparents' house because y'all can't watch TV over here. I'm like, your room better not generate no electricity. I don't want to see no electricity generated in your room right now.
Hand me your charger right now.
Yeah, right. I took my son's phone. I changed the passcode on this bitch. I'm like, you and Siri about to be best friends, nigga. You can't do shit without the passcode, dog. You better ask her to Google fucking Little Caesars for you, dog. Because you can't type that shit in, boy. I'll tell you.
Oh man.
Damn, what'd they do?
Fighting in school and shit, arguing, man, dumb shit, stupid shit, man. Niggas get straight A's. And then one day decide to fight, you know what I'm saying, to argue and shit. Like, you know me, I talk a lot of shit. So my oldest got that trait, and I'm like, dog, there's a price that comes with that talent, talking shit. Like, not everybody can process that shit, man. You can't just go around cooking everybody. Like somebody gonna want to come from you. You know what I'm saying? So he's learning that right now. So you learn that shit
the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's wrap this up. And you know what happens at the end of the show? It's the reason Bianca stresses out all week. Let's go. Well, last week we did a question generator because you disappeared on us.
Sorry, apologize.
You're good. So what you got for us this week?
All right. Question number 1. Now, I sent the group a video of a crazy ex-girlfriend who messed up her ex-boyfriend's apartment. I have seen some friends in the past, like, throw their man's shit out the window and break it. Or, so my question to you all is, have you ever had a crazy ex who's damaged your home or car or any of your property?
No.
I have not. No, I have not.
Good.
The closest I've came was I was messing with this chick and she said some shit on the phone. Talking about I was gonna fuck with you, but now I'm gonna fuck with somebody else. I'm like, bet, all right, come get my shit. So we meet at her crib. I'm coming to get my shit. I just had washed all my clothes. All my shit was like, and I had like 3 baskets. Kid clothes too. You know the kids' clothes be small as shit. So 3 baskets of kids' clothes is a lot of clothes, and they all nice and neat. And it's a top. She got a 2nd floor. So she's talking shit. She's taking my clothes and throwing them bitches over the balcony. Like, yeah. She's like, yeah. She's like, fuck you, Mosley. Yeah. I just blacked out.
My ex in Cali, one day we were fighting. She may have been drinking. Okay, she was drinking. She was drinking. So she was mad at me, and I can't even remember she was mad at me now about. It was probably, I don't know. She probably wasn't overreacting though. She was probably generally mad about something I probably really did. But I'm chilling, just watching TV, and then she walks past me with like clothes. And at first, I thought she was just gonna do laundry. You go into the garage, and that's where the washer and dryer are at, right? Oh no! Next, I heard the garage door open. We didn't use the front door. We had the little keypad for the garage door.
Right.
Then I hear fucking my trunk shut. I was like, what the hell? She came back in. I'm high, so I'm just sitting there watching. I was like, she come back in, walk back. I was like, then she takes another handful of clothes, walking out. I was like, so at this point, I get up and I walk outside. I look what she's doing, and she's putting my clothes in my car. Basically, like, you got to leave.
Wow.
I'm watching her. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, you got to get the fuck out of here. And I'm just watching her, and I see my stepdaughter like looking through her blinds and shutting them. Like, oh my god, like Max is not being very quiet. Like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, on like a Wednesday.
That's random as hell.
So fucking, she comes out at another load, throwing shit in the backseat. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'd follow her.
She about to burn your stuff like Angela Bassett and waiting to exhale.
And I'm over here like, this ain't gonna work very well for you. Like, I was like, what are you doing? And as she put the shit in the fucking front seat, I grabbed it, walked it back into the garage, took the stuff out the back seat, back into the garage, opened the trunk. I'm taking stuff out of the car. She put stuff in the car, right? So it's like a fucking vicious cycle for like 25 minutes of her putting stuff in the car. Finally, I let her put stuff in the car and just shut the door, and she went in the room and locked the door in the room. And then she opened the door and she threw my fucking pillow out, shut the door. Like, all right, what the fuck? So I grabbed a pillow and slept on the couch. She got up and went to work the next day. And the whole time she was at work, I was going through shit. Like, I think I even, anytime that we would fight, I would leave and I'd go to Skurlock's. Like a Skurlock. Did you come to my house after this? Actually, no, this time I didn't leave because she got up and she went to work and I work midnights, this happened on like off day. So I'm sitting like on the living room floor going through mail, trying to like get the stuff that I was going to leave with. And she came home for lunch at work, like apologizing and shit like that, whatever, we made up, whatever. But yeah, usually when we would fight, there was like 3 times that I just drove to Skurlock's for a couple of days till she had calmed down or whatever, and it was time to go back. Like I was gone. She was mad because I wasn't working, but I had money. I had my half of the bills and everything. Like chilling right now, relax. So fucking, I left. She got mad. I left. But she got home from work. She's like, "Where are you?" I was like, "Vegas." She's like, "Well, you better fucking stay there then." I was like, "What?"
Wow.
So the next day, my boy called me. He was like, "Yo, they fired me. We both worked at the dispensary." He's like, "Yo, they fired me too, but I'm starting my own delivery dispensary. Come work for me. I'll pay you $20 an hour." I was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm in Vegas. I'll be back. I'll be back Friday." Sure as shit. I left Friday. I left Friday morning, and from Vegas. Got back to California, San Diego. Called her. I was like, "Yo, I'm at Walmart grabbing a couple things for work tomorrow. What do you want to eat for dinner?" She's like, "What do you mean you're in Vegas? What do you mean you're back here?" I'm like, "I got a job. I start fucking Saturday morning." I got back. I was like, because I wasn't gonna make it on Friday night, so I called him. I was like, "Yo, I'll work tomorrow." Blah blah blah. So I'm at the fucking Walmart. I'm like, "Yo, what's up? What do you want for dinner?" She didn't believe me. So she gave me some like outrageous shit. She's like, I want a shrimp foil pack, because I always used to make foil packs on the grill, right? She's like, "I want a shrimp and clam foil pack, blah 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 blah." I was like, "All right, So I went to Smart and Final, which is right next to Walmart. Got a fucking they had a bag of mixed seafood that had like mussels and clams and oysters and shrimp, all that shit. Got 2 things of turkey sausage and some potatoes. Boom.
In there.
Walked in the garage, and she just looked at me like, "You weren't lying." No, what the fuck am I lying about? So yeah, that's the closest. She didn't ruin anything, but she sure in the fuck packed all my clothes and all my like important miscellaneous shit that I would need into my car.
Don't touch my
What did you do?
I'm taking it out.
Just not having a job.
I can't even remember. I think I really think it was because I wasn't working. But yeah, other than that, that's my answer. Question number 2.
All right, question number 2. Have you ever had to deal with an animal or pet that you did not want?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just got rid of my dog. I had a Pomsky. It was that's a half Pomeranian, half fucking husky. And this motherfucker didn't talk, he howled. So this motherfucker go outside, be
all the time, ain't it?
Like, damn, like he be out there, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool and shit, but I didn't have enough time. It wasn't I didn't want him, but I wasn't home enough. And I'm the type of person, my house ain't gonna be smelling like shit and piss and all that shit. I'm not, dog. Shout out to people who keep their house fucking clean, because a lot of these homeowners think your house smell like shit. Your house smell like fucking piss. Like, you don't need, change the cat litter. It smell like shit. Like, god damn, dog, your bird's dead. Like, come on. Like, change the fishbowl.
Yeah, bird is crazy.
Like,
he said the bird's dead.
Yeah, the bird is dead.
Have you ever been at somebody's house and they fish like either died like before you got there or while
they fish moving in slow motion, dog? Just
have that ever happened?
Oh my gosh,
Definitely
that happened
hasn't.
to me. That happened to me
that
when I was a
fish
kid. I thought the fish was asleep. Like, I thought it was asleep. I didn't know nothing about fish. It was just floating for like 3 days.
that fish moving slow as hell.
Hey, man, that motherfucker floating at the top, man.
Just looking at you, one eye.
Yeah, dog.
Holy shit! The Boston Celtics have advanced to the NBA Finals.
Damn, I thought Jimmy Butler wasn't going.
Boston
man.
Golden State. It seemed
Come
to
on,
be
man. Butler's the only person
Jason
playing.
Tatum.
close game.
It's Jason Tatum time now.
Yeah.
Now.
Butler misses the potential go-ahead 3 with 15 seconds left.
Here's what we're gonna do, man.
Score.
You can't guarantee the parlays on Sunday. So since we got 2 teams that's gonna put up some points, I'm gonna give you the parlays during the week. You post them on the website, and then we talk about it on Sunday, dog. That's the best I can do for you. You can't expect the sauce on every Sunday. I'm gonna give it to you during the week. So I'm gonna put something together. So we're gonna post it on the link. Let Rob handle that, and then we can talk about how much I want. Oh shit!
That gives me great
There
EA
we go.
Sports.
Like I
Jerry
said,
EA
man,
Sports is in the game for me.
it's in the EA. It's in
I'm
the
going
game.
Warriors. What do you say?
Warriors.
Warriors.
Now look, I'm going Warriors, but I'm telling you now, don't be mad when the Celtics go crazy because they should have won a couple years ago when they gave it to the Raptors, but they had some injuries. The Celtics, they hungry.
So I'm gonna say this though.
Warriors is comfortable.
The analytics say that Boston was one of the favorites since I want to say like mid-season. They've been playing really well and haven't lost many games.
They're hungry though, bro. They're hungry.
But I feel like Golden State is too. They're hungry to prove, yeah, we can do this without KD. You know what I'm saying? Just the original crew and some other members added because Jordan Poole is going crazy.
Their twos is playing like
Gary Payton Jr. is supposed to be back too.
Oh wow! I didn't think he was gonna make it.
Finals. Yeah, their twos has been playing like ones long enough, so they're ones now. So now you throw in Clay and Steph, and they can come off the bench and do this shit. As long as everybody's putting up 16 points, they winning. Like damn, and that's easy for them to do with their bench players. So you know what I'm saying. So it's hard for them to lose when all you gotta do is put a 15 per person, and everybody's capable of doing that. So
all right.
We gonna see.
Number 3. We can't hear you.
Oh.
Okay.
What did I do? Oh.
Question number 3. What song gets you in the mood for summer? Since Memorial Day is tomorrow, people are going to be cooking out. What is one song that puts you in the mood for summer?
Oh, this is an easy question, man. Summertime. Summertime.
There are other ones though.
Yeah.
Ambitions as a writer by Pac is one of my favorites while summer's starting, especially when I'm on the West Coast.
Man, that don't make you feel like hot dogs and grilling and that makes you think of bullet holes.
Maybe for you, not when I lived on the West Coast.
But Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Okay.
The Isley Brothers, Summer Breeze. You know what I'm saying? I like to play that during the summer.
Okay.
Barbecue, and then there's other songs like what's the Chris Brown and Drake song? I like hearing that shit. That shit came out during the summer too, didn't it?
What's that song? Saturday? Who sings that song? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's Saturday. Bianca know what I'm talking about.
I know what song you're talking about.
When I think about you, the feeling can't explain. You know about that, dog.
See, that's why you got to switch back to the hard alcohol because you would have been really trying to sing that shit.
I would have been there. No, we're right now, bro. I would have been there.
Boy, crazy. But yeah, it's Will Smith for me. Sorry.
Okay. I will say summertime, of course, but I hear Rakim. You know what I'm saying? And I hear it. But Summer Love or something like that by Justin Timberlake gets me thinking about summer.
Okay. Little JT in the bag.
Sweetest. What song did I play earlier? Sweetest Taboo by Sade. That shit made me think of fucking rainbows and sunshine with her fine ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of old school music out there bring out that summertime shit for sure.
Question number 4.
Question number 4. If you grill, what is something that you grill nicely that everybody wants at the cookout?
Anything.
Motherfucking out of cheddar.
What's
Out of
that?
cheddar and pussy.
Okay. Okay.
Gotta leave that one for the bars.
Mhm.
And grill some catfish.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
What about you, Mose?
that ain't the best thing I do though.
Man, if I'm grilling or would I like to eat off the grill?
If you're doing the grilling.
The best thing that you grill.
Shit, my burgers be on point, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know, you can't go wrong with a nice burger, man.
Definitely can't.
Okay. Last but not least, question number 5.
Okay, question number 5. Sunday dinner. We're having a cookout tomorrow for Memorial Day. What are you bringing?
Out of cheddar.
Besides alcohol and weed.
Because you know I'm bringing the best of the best of the best, sir.
I'm bringing
But I'm bringing cherry Pepsi.
and juice boxes.
I'm bringing some Twizzlers for the snacks. I told you I'm coming through with the burgers. So I'm gonna have a couple patties marinated and some buns, and cheese.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm coming with the fucking Vienna hot dogs.
Okay, all beef.
Pack of Swisher Honeys.
Look like a bobblehead and shit. What the fuck? Yep, that beer's kicking in.
Yeah, nah. What I'll cook? I'll cook some spaghetti. Shit, I'll bake that shit.
Okay, spaghetti. Do you put sugar in your spaghetti? Do y'all believe in sugar and spaghetti? Is it?
Yes.
But my kids do though. So
I'm an Italian. I make
I was just
homemade
about to
spaghetti
say that.
sauce, and yes, I put
you
sugar.
can
in
put
it.
sugar. You can put sugar in the tomato sauce.
Technically, I
Yeah.
put sugar. I put white sugar and brown sugar.
Dog, that shit make it smack so much more with the sugar, dog.
Okay.
You'll be sleeping
It
on that
cuts
shit.
the
It takes
I'm
the
talking
acidity
about
down
after-
of the tomatoes.
I'm talking about after the spaghetti is made. Do you put?
Oh
sugar
no!
on
What
it?
the
That's
fuck
what
is
my
that?
kids do. That's what kids do.
Kids are fucking stupid.
It gotta be with the sauce. You can't. That's too crystallized on top. If you put
Yeah, that's
it in
weird. I never
Just
heard
make the spaghetti and just pour the freaking sugar on top and then stir it in.
And then stir it up, and then they be eating that shit.
that. Don't they know what Parmesan cheese is?
They don't use that shit. Only me.
They using the wrong white topping. Shit, that's
Hey,
weird.
that's them. That's how they like it though.
Yeah,
Shit.
nah, shit, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, that
Well,
was-
I'm bringing the sides. I do a good, well-received potato salad. I like to do Italian pasta salads, but I can do a creamy pasta salad. I can add shrimp to that. We can do a tomato, onion, cucumber salad, something nice, cool, and refreshing. And I'll bring the wild woods. There you go.
oh shit, there you go.
That sounds like a good time, man. That's a good time.
That was this week's episode of
I'm
I
bringing.
was
the
reminded. What happened?
bringing a basketball too.
Okay.
Threes.
You don't want none of this on the court. You don't want none of this on the court.
Mose looked like he just fouled everybody. That's what he looked like. He looked
Yes.
like
Cross me if you want to, dog. Pack a
When
fuck.
we were younger, he was very aggressive on defense. from what I remember.
Fuck
So
it.
was that
I had the shakes back then, though. So
Dog,
I
I crossed
that
Glenn.
no more.
Hey, I crossed Glenn up in front of your house. Glenn.
Yeah,
I was watching N1 tapes, and I crossed his ass up in front of your house, and I did the little hot sauce, the little hot
That's probably true.
in front of your crib. So every time I see this motherfucker Glenn, I don't even say shit to him. I just bitch. That's all I say to him, dog.
I
You
think we crossed him when he was young, because he got much better.
Because we was hooping outside your crib. You was out there. Y'all was out there. We was fucking around over
No.
there. Yeah.
He was hooping out there all the time. You remember?
Big bro.
As we wrap up tonight, before we wrap up tonight, I should say, I was reminded during 5 random questions about a piece of news that I wanted to cover in other news, but I couldn't remember anything. Justin Timberlake sold his entire music catalog for about a little over $100 million. He is while this has been done a lot over the last year and a half, he is the first still viable artist, as in he's fucking young. He's not.
Is
He's
he
barely
40?
Yeah, he's like about a year younger than me. He's about 40, maybe 41. Like all the other artists that sold their catalogs are old as fuck.
Mhm.
Like, well, he had to sell it because he was broke. Justin's not broke.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, that does make a difference. But I feel like the established artists know it's not
And
as much as it was.
that
Cash
kind of
out.
leads you to think two separate things. Either he's ready for a career refresh, that he's just going to attack independently because he owned all his masters. That's why he sold it off.
Uh-huh.
Or is he going to resign with a major? You know, because I think him and Jive are done. Maybe that's why he sold it off.
Wow, he was still with Jive.
That's crazy.
I had no idea. That's like over like 20 years or something.
Yeah.
He like, shit, they really treat me well here.
So fucking well, what happened?
They really treat me well over here.
You know, he was signed with them with NSYNC.
Yeah.
And then when he signs with them solo, they probably like, here's a shitload of money for like fucking 4 or 5 albums.
Mhm.
You know, so he made albums that he could make every 2-3 years and tour on. He'll tour
Until
take a year off where he don't do nothing, then come do a movie. Then he hasn't done music in a while. Man in the Woods was last year. That wasn't very good at all. But so it's either he's just gonna go to independent route, so he'll keep everything totally, book his own shows, go in half with Live Nation or sign with Rock Nation as a fucking management firm. But I don't think he needs a management firm.
Y'all can pay.
Or he probably wants his movies and music probably done by the same management firm, or he just might be done doing music for a while.
Could be.
He might just want to concentrate on film or some shit like that.
Mhm.
I give it to Justin Timberlake. Out of Time is fucking underrated. Out of Time was a good movie.
Yeah. I just watched that last night, last week.
Fucking underrated.
He was wonderful in Black Snake Moan. I loved him in that.
Rom, I would have been on your head talking about, give me all your time, nigga. Like, Rom, take all your shit, nigga. Give me all your shit, nigga.
That's fucked
Yeah, that's
up,
true.
man.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Chance
Why
the
you
Rapper
do
did help
that,
Anita
dog?
Baker
Why
get
you
her
do that?
masters.
Oh, that's what's up.
but-
Because I remember the big old thing about Anita getting her stuff back. Like everybody was
It's
trying to get her
weird seeing such a young artist like Justin that you would presumably think that he has a lot of music ahead of him still. But we'll see how that all wraps up and shit like that. And that about wraps it up for this week. Mose, where can we find you at?
Man, here every Sunday, every other Sunday when I'm awake, when I'm asleep. Man, I'm here, man. You know where to find me.
You can't be not here no more.
Man, I'm here though, in the flesh.
Like you have to be shot and bleeding out a major artery, and then you still got to go live on your phone. At least you can hit the link on the phone.
No, don't worry about it. I'm creating one of them things around my neck,
Just
so
go
I could be
live. Let
anywhere.
us know what's good.
Like,
No, don't
come
worry
on,
about it.
we did a whole show on the road, driving in a
Got you,
car.
man.
Definitely.
You giving me permission to do a live from wherever, so I got you. I'm on it. We here.
Mhm.
Sunday dinner. What's good?
Bianca.
At Bianca Tate 1 on all social media. We are currently in year 2 of Behind the Velvet Rope on WDAV, DeVilleRadio.com. You can check that out Saturdays, 12 until 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I will be here every Sunday on Sunday.
Oh shit, Rome.
Syndrome_TS on IG, Syndrome TS on Twitter.
Is it hacked?
BHN. No, none of that stuff is hacked.
Bro, got the bag.
BHNWB. Go follow that shit.
Oh, VillainRadioNetwork.com. Go hit the store. Get some merch. Get a Sunday dinner hat. Look how
Fuck
dope
yeah.
that is.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Buy the merch so I can pay my bills.
Funny
No,
as hell.
we got a bunch of dope ass merch on there. Check it out. We got phone cases. We got draws for the bitches. We got motherfucking hats. We got t-shirts. We got pillows. We got blankets. I'm gonna have some tank tops coming up because summer
Posters.
posters. We do got a poster up there too. We're now that the weather's nicer and the rain's almost moved out, we're gonna set up a day, have Mo's come down, have a little Sunday dinner barbecue, photo shoot, new billboards, new merch, and everything. Until then, make sure you grab your motherfucking plate.